sure they get tired of people just being like,
Oh yeah, all the
hey,
time.
give me free
Yeah, me. All the
healthcare,
time.
dude.
I'm like, will you check my kid out? Something's going on with my kid.
Yeah, well, that's one thing. I've heard, like...
I know, but you gotta think. It's like, everybody's
Yeah,
doing
this
that.
is...
It's not just me.
Yeah.
I'm shamelessly taking advantage
have
of
this
it.
piece of paper, dude, so that I'm valuable. And you're just getting it. It's like, the whole reason I got this is...
So you give me some money.
So it's good for both of us. Yeah, not that... Yeah, it's weird because healthcare is, like, so heartless, but
Yeah.
also not at the same time. So it's like a weird place to be. Right?
Yeah.
Like, because you're not just, like, the shaman in the village anymore. Who gets, a position of power and people take care of them. Like,
Yeah.
now it's not just about healing. It's about healing, but
Yeah.
that isn't the only thing it's about.
Yeah.
It's about transaction, which
100%.
is the nature of of all businesses. Oh God! Speaking of healthcare, go away.
Hey, Alex, are you gonna come to the doctor?
No, that's my work Slack, and I don't know how to take it off of here. But I don't want to uninstall it in case I have to work from home or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, random topic there.
One time I had a friend, I guess it was like right after graduating high school, and we were hanging out at her house with her parents. And it was kind of like we were kind of partying, and her parents were like cool with it
Nice.
and whatever. But she had like a bonfire type situation in the backyard,
Yeah.
and we were very reckless.
that
She
is
was
a
one of my-
liability.
Yeah, she's one of my more reckless friends at the time.
Nice.
And there was a can of gas, and she poured it into a styrofoam cup,
No.
which I didn't.
Make-
Neither
it makes-
neither one of us knew that
It makes
would,
napalm.
Yeah, it
Literally.
melted the cup while she was holding it. Gas splattered
Yeah.
everywhere. She's right by the fire. Thankfully, we were okay, but it was very scary.
Bro, I mean, there's close calls sometimes. Like, I remember the first time I tried to, deep fry something. That could have been very bad.
Yeah.
I could have been a burn victim.
Yep.
Like, my whole face would have just been... I got very lucky I didn't start a fire.
I set some curtains on fire from deep frying before.
Thankfully. If there was a fire, I didn't know not to throw water in it, too.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Nobody
did
told
not
me
know that. No.
Yeah, I took the pan that was way too hot and smoking a lot, and I took it to the sink. Water. The curtains caught on
Oh,
fire.
my God.
Thankfully, that was it. But yeah,
I think... Yeah, I threw it outside.
that's probably
I don't
the
know.
smartest.
It must have just been my brain in overdrive because there was no thought at all. I was just like, this has to get out of this house.
Yeah.
And, fuck, dude. I almost tripped carrying it because there's a little step in my parents' old
Oh
house.
God.
And then there's a French door. So you have to have it and open it real quick and make the step up. And I'm freaking out 'cause it's
You got
smoking.
fire in front of you.
Yeah, there was no flames. That's why I got lucky.
Okay.
Because if there was flames, I would have torched the entire house.
Yeah, but it's.
I would have
almost
poured it in the
like-
sink and turned on the water or
Yeah.
something bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. Your parents teach you how to scramble eggs, and that's it.
Yeah.
No
Exactly.
other cooking knowledge. Thank God. I mean, the internet has ruined people's lives, but thank God for it.
One of my
I
friends
would be
that I lived with.
so lost without YouTube.
Yeah, seriously.
God.
She had put a plastic tray in the under part of the oven. That it's
Yeah. Yeah.
because some people put cookie sheets and stuff like that.
To catch-
Well, she put a plastic one in there, not thinking anything, but the fire is right above it, so that caught on fire, and we were trying to get it out while the plastic is
God.
dripping in the house. Thankfully, it was on tile, so. And that was another other situation that was fine. Nobody died. Nobody got hurt. Everything was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close calls.
Yeah.
They're what makes shit exciting.
Really. Yeah.
Yeah. You're alive for a second.
Yeah, I got a couple good stories about these really terrifying things that happened.
I mean, I guess I get it. I get it why like parents are so anxious about
Yep.
like every like that's
Yeah,
why there's
'cause I know
helicopter
dumb
parents
shit
because
I've
they're
done.
just like trust me.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I think eventually people just let go. They're like, they're gonna
Yeah.
things will happen.
Yeah.
I can't really. Can only teach so much, I guess.
Yeah.
But I was not taught that.
I
don't blame my parents though. I would never think to tell somebody, "Hey, if there's a grease fire,
so much
don't
information.
put." Yeah,
they pass on.
They'd be like, "Why?
It's
Why
ridiculous.
were you trying to fry stuff? This isn't fucking Arby's."
Yeah.
I don't know wherever they fry stuff. Do you like Arby's? Are you an Arby's fan?
I fucking love
Oh
Arby's.
my god,
I will fucking Arby's sandwich up.
dude.
Do you not like Arby's?
No, I love it.
Oh, it's
And
good, right?
I feel so alone.
Yeah.
'Cause every time I'm
everybody's
like,
that shit is so
Do y'all want to go get a Big Montana? Like, nobody wants to do that shit. Yeah, that's what they used to call it back in the day. That was the large roast beef.
Oh.
It was
I
big.
had no idea.
Yeah, it was called the Big Montana. And then they had that 5 for $5 deal
Oh my god.
when I was in like high school. And that just became a staple.
Yeah.
Because you could go get
Yeah. You could survive.
5 roast beef and cheeses.
Yeah. The roast beef and cheddar
Yeah, roast
with
beef
the
cheddar.
Arby's sauce
Yeah,
is
the sauce is essential.
I've never had anything that compares to that. It's so different, and
Yeah.
they're the only ones that make anything like that.
Yeah, and like I also like to tell myself it's healthier than a burger. Because technically roast beef is
Yeah.
healthier.
Right? Is
I
it?
guess.
I
I don't know. I mean, you're right. They
They're
are
both
the
beef.
only. They're the only guys that fuck with that.
Yeah.
But have you ever made like homemade roast beef sandwiches?
No, I
Like an
haven't.
Italian beef.
No.
I did it one night. Like made a whole night.
Was
of
it good?
Yeah, invited like my old high school friend. It was amazing.
That sounds awesome.
It's amazing. Well, it's braised beef,
Yeah.
and you make a gravy, like cooking that
I can fucking make
with
a
the
gravy.
fond and stuff.
I can make
Not
a
out the
gravy.
packet.
Not out the packet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
beef gravy
like
or cream gravy.
all gravies.
Oh.
I am into gravies and sauces.
Oh,
I can
nice.
fuck up a gravy or a sauce.
You can like fuck shit up and make it awesome.
Yeah.
Is what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
In
Yeah.
the positive sense. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I made an Alfredo sauce tonight from scratch.
Oh, you made a bechamel.
Is that what it's called?
That's, I mean, it's a cream sauce. It's like
Okay.
the fancy Italian word for cream sauce.
Okay.
But I think Alfredo came from like, yeah, bechamel. You can sound fancy around your friends.
My two friends.
Or sound like a pretentious asshole. I've noticed that a lot when you like say the right things or stuff. People
It's
are just
like not impressive.
This
You're like,
fucking,
fuck
yeah.
up.
And then they also think you're full
I
of
get
shit.
that all the time.
Yeah.
I get that all
Yeah,
the
it's
time.
just like, okay, weirdo.
Yeah, I'm so
Yeah.
excited that I learned
Sorry.
this thing. Let me tell you this thing.
Yeah.
And like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, dude, I guess. Yeah, I'm so guilty of being like a show and tell guy. Like, still.
I think
As
we
an adult-
definitely have that in
Yeah,
common.
like-
Oh yeah.
And people are just like, okay, Alex. Like,
Good for
cool.
you.
Yeah. But it's always just random shit that is inconsequential.
So, I'm like,
I don't care if I'm bothering. I'm wasting their time with pointless things. They don't
well,
need to
yours
know.
is
It's
always
fun.
like good information. You always have like some
Wow,
good
thank you.
facts. My show and tell is like name dropping somebody that doesn't matter at all, and I'm like, I know this guy, and he has this story, and I'm gonna tell
Right.
you his story.
Oh God.
And they're like,
Yeah.
okay, thanks. He's probably lying to you. That story sounds fake, or that
Yeah.
definitely didn't happen, or, that's what I get.
I don't know, man. Like, when it comes to people's stories, I like follow this maxim that I heard at the state hospital, which is I 100% believe them and 100% do not believe them.
Okay.
Because you just do not fucking know.
Yeah.
Because you'll hear some wild shit and you'll be like, that is bullshit. You are full of it. And then you'll, like, there's this guy who was a patient and he said he raised tigers in, like, a foreign country. And they're like, well, huh? You know, you're sitting in a hospital, dude.
Tell me about your tigers, bro.
And, like, no one believed him. And he gets these pictures in the mail, and he's with these tigers, and he's showing the stuff, and, like, showing his business.
I know
and he's standing out.
don't believe me.
No, I mean,
Here's my tigers.
He was actually a really nice guy. I don't think he ever thought that about the staff, because they're just like, oh, cool, you know. Just pacifying the guy. So, yeah, like, I remember after hearing that story, it's just like, dude, you never fucking know. And this is pre-Tiger King.
No. Yeah. We
This
didn't
is
realize
before
how
people,
common
like,
it
yeah,
was for
it's
people to
way-
be trafficking tigers.
Yeah, it's exotic animals. Yeah, that's weird. I don't get that,
Yeah.
like, desire
Yeah.
to have.
It's interesting.
I mean, they're not a stick of furniture.
Right.
It's a living being.
My mom dated one of the owners of Graham's back when she worked
Pharmacy?
at Graham's. No, Graham's, the bar from back home.
Oh,
Graham's Central Station.
okay.
Yeah, so
Don't
there's,
think I ever went there.
there's three brothers, I guess, that originally owned it.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them, my mom dated, and he bought her a cougar that he kept at his house for, like, she had it for, like, a month, and she was like, this is fucked up. Like, you've got to, like, this is not cool. We don't have enough space for this cougar.
I mean,
It's, like, very 80s cocaine.
you have to own a ranch or
vibe.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Tony's.
So-
He's it's Scarface guy.
Yeah.
And he finally hits it big.
Yeah. And then finally, yeah, I guess.
So she
somebody,
wised
like,
up and was
rescued it.
like, we can't
Yeah,
do
this is
this.
stupid.
Yeah. Which he probably didn't even think until you told him, like, this is dumb, dude.
This is.
Did you realize that?
feeding this monster?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, you have to buy steaks and I don't know what they fucking eat.
Yeah.
They're carnivores, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta feed them raw meat every day.
And
like
they
a
chew
lot of raw
forever.
meat.
Yeah. I mean, imagine how long it would take to chew raw meat.
Insane.
Really long time.
So my take on stories is I don't care if they're true or not. If it's a good story, I'm gonna tell it.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yes. Fuck yes. I do. I like that. Yeah, truth is all subjective, man.
Yeah.
Who knows? Truth is a story you tell yourself.
It really is. Like,
Right.
have you ever told yourself a story for like so long that like you ended up believing
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. I think
happens.
you have to do that
Yeah.
to like go through
Yeah.
like to mature.
Mm-hmm.
To grow as a like you kind of have to have a version
Yeah.
of whatever story it is, you know,
Mhm.
you're telling yourself. And yeah, and you make it better, like, you know that movie Big Fish?
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Yeah,
that. And the guy was just like, you know
exactly.
what? And he was at
The
peace.
son was the fucking
He was-
asshole.
yeah, he was.
It's
Like, leave this
I'm
man
telling
alone.
good stories. I am a
Yeah,
writer that
that's-
has created these stories for
Yeah.
you your whole fucking life, and now you're gonna throw
And you're
a
mad
fit
at me.
about it?
Yeah.
Fuck you. No more stories for you.
I'm glad they did make him seem like the dick.
Yeah.
They did a good job of being like, no, he's the bad guy.
Yeah.
Dad is
Yeah.
fine.
He's the dumb kid that needs to learn a lesson.
Yeah. Like, Dad is dying and he's trying to, like, be at peace with his life. Like, let the man tell some crazy stories. God.
He's like, not true. Not
Yeah.
true.
No,
Didn't happen.
no. And, you're ruining my life.
Yeah.
He's dying. Like, leave the guy alone.
Give him the last few
Yeah.
months, man.
Oh, I love that. That movie. I saw that movie, like, stoned to the gills. When I was like, I don't know, probably 15, 14, something like that.
When did you start smoking?
About 13.
Yeah, I hear from a lot of people that's like way younger than I ever was. It's like, I
Well,
don't know.
it's a
Seems
bit. I mean,
crazy.
I definitely. Yeah, I don't want to say like exactly who.
Right.
But the first time, like, I wasn't like hooked to doing it like
Yeah, me
all
neither.
the time. I wasn't like seeking it out. That really didn't happen until, like freshman, sophomore year when you're a little more wised up. But yeah, well, what about yourself? You've never.
I've never been a smoker.
That's right.
I never like smoked weed continually. But I definitely went into like harder drugs at a younger age, which I think I was just because it was around me and I was
Yeah.
young and bored
Yep.
and stuff. One of my first times smoking weed, I like didn't know the process, but I was like 17, almost 18, and all my friends had been smoking like for a long time. They knew what they were doing, and I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't know to inhale.
Yeah.
Like somebody had to literally be like, no.
Okay, well this time
You
I
have to.
inhaled so fucking hard. I lit the entire bowl up.
Oh,
on
you
this
tornadoed
bong.
it.
And I
Oh no.
filled up the entire bong, and then they were like, "Oh, you gotta take the thing out," and I was like, "Oh," and then I sucked all
Oh
of
my
it
God.
in. I coughed for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I was
Probably had to step outside or in a bathroom.
Yeah, I had to leave the
it's
situation. I felt
embarrassing.
like everybody was like, "What the fuck is she doing?" It was awful.
That's great.
That's enough to be like, okay, this is not meant for me.
I mean,
One awful experience.
you have the same story as many people. I definitely knew many guys and gals that, took a rip on the G-bomb and ended up sitting outside by themselves, not
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah, well then they were like, let's everybody get in the jacuzzi. And it was like so many people. And there's this giant jacuzzi. And I was like, okay. But I was like, I'm fucking gone already. And I'm just like, I just remember just like
That
sitting in
probably
this jacuzzi.
Yeah, that probably would have felt good.
And then my friend was like, your eyes are like so red, like so much more red than everybody else here.
That's great.
And I was like, oh, fuck. Everybody can see how stoned I am right now. I am out of my mind. Oh,
That's
and
so
then
funny.
I made a dog really uncomfortable. The dog was not liking
The
me at all.
dog. Dude, they
The
can
dog
read. They
could
can
tell
yeah.
how stoned I was,
they
and
can.
he was not putting up with it.
Oh man.
He wanted none of that in his house.
Did you know Ryan Brown at all? Big guy, friends with Aaron and Rustin in high school.
I don't think so.
You probably never met him, but yeah, he had a big. I don't know. I'm gonna sound like a idiot. Like Weimaraner? Is those
I
are the
know
dogs?
what you're talking about. I know what you're talking
They're
about.
huge.
I don't. Okay.
And like, they like to pin people, and like kind of growl. You
Oh,
know, like back them into
shit.
the corner and stuff. And I'm already a little afraid of dogs.
Are you really?
Yeah, I got traumatized as a child by a
Okay.
Doberman.
Oh,
It
okay.
I opened the door to the backyard of like my dad's buddy's house that we were just stopping at before he was taking us home, and I didn't know there was a dog out there.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody warned me because they didn't see me go back there,
Yeah.
and it just leaped on top of me immediately and started just like barking in my face, right? And I think that's what did it.
Yeah. I imagine that's
I
probably
can't say
it.
for certain, but I also like didn't even remember that happened until like
Oh, you blocked that
being
shit out.
being an adult, and I was like, that's probably what the fuck is my deal. Because I will, like, pit bulls or bigger dogs, I'll be nervous, and then I'm like even more nervous because I'm like, they know I'm nervous too, so they're
can
gonna be aggressive.
smell it.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, I was like, yeah, like you were saying, just like
Yeah.
eyes like China man.
Yeah.
Can you say that? You can't say that word.
That's
Why is that offensive? A man from
racist.
China?
Um,
I guess
I
the
don't know,
eyes part
maybe
isn't
it's-
cool. Anyway, yeah, my bad. It was just, it's on a rap song, so I always use it.
man from China.
Yeah, it's just man from China. What's so bad? Yeah,
Understand.
the whole eyes part, that was the racist part.
Yeah.
Got it. I'm learning, okay?
He's learning. So,
Becoming, that's right. Becoming a better person,
There you
learning this stuff.
You get it.
But yeah, the dog was just like put its like snout or mouth, I can say, like right in front of the balls, and it was just like growling at me, and I was just like, bro, I was like, get
Oh my
your
God.
dog away from me. Like, it's scaring the shit out of me. Like, its face is right. Yeah. So
that is terrifying.
that wasn't fun. So yeah, smoking and dogs.
Yeah.
The point I was trying
yeah,
to make.
don't get too high around
is,
dogs
yeah.
you don't know.
That's
They don't
right.
like it.
No.
They don't like it. This dog it was one of the, so they don't bark. They're called
I want that dog.
an Akita.
Oh.
They're like those, hey, they're
So
like
big.
those, man, they look like my dog, but they're like a tiny miniature version. They're a little bit fluffy. It's like the Dogecoin dog.
Oh yeah, like Shiba Inu.
Yeah, yeah, I guess. But they're smaller, but they like don't bark. They can growl, but they don't bark.
Yeah,
Or maybe
I
they
want
can
that
bark,
kind of
but
dog.
they don't growl. I don't remember, but it was like not talking to me, but he was like giving me the vibe, like don't
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
move.
They don't have to make any noise,
Yeah,
but
you know,
yeah.
if they're staring at you, you know.
Well, I mean, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the whole reason they're around.
Yeah, you're a
Is
fucking
we can
wild card.
we can communicate with them.
There's some crazy
Yeah.
shit going on in your head right now, and I can see it.
That's funny. So is it a tiny dog though?
They're pretty small.
But still, it still hurts
Yeah.
if they get you.
Oh yeah,
You
it,
know?
yeah. It could have hurt me really
Yeah.
bad. It was still there was two of them, and they were like friends or whatever.
Oh, gotcha. Yes, and you didn't assert your dominance as pet leader.
Yeah, I definitely couldn't have. I had no mental capacity to assert anything at the time. So yeah,
That's
I was just
dope.
like, please don't eat me. I don't know what to do.
God, that's why like guys like Caesar Milan and those dog trainers. I can't believe it. It's incredible.
Oh yeah,
Like, I mean, it's TV, so
yeah.
I don't know how real everything is.
I remember
I would assume. I mean, the footage looks pretty real. You can't really.
he's got like bit a couple times too. Some
Yeah.
other dog trainers are like Caesar Milan's a piece of shit.
Who knows?
There's
He
fights,
could be.
There's fights amongst the dog world.
I'm sure there is. How could there
I
not be?
guess-
There's fights in any business.
I
Like,
guess Caesar Milan like punched a couple dogs.
sweet.
I mean, which I mean,
Hey, sometimes you get
I
hit.
don't know. Sometimes you gotta punch a dog. I guess.
Where would you even punch the dog?
I don't know. I guess.
Where do you?
now I
Where
don't
does
know.
that?
I
The,
don't know.
the
I'll
ribs.
have
Like,
I'll
Shh.
I'll have to do.
Just makes that
yeah,
noise.
that noise. That he,
And punches the fuck out of him. That's so weird because most of the
Yeah.
time it's like you kick the dog,
yeah.
and that's like people being abusive.
Yeah.
You'd have to punch the dog pretty freaking
Yeah, I
hard.
think it's his
It wouldn't
move
hurt him
to,
that
like, punch
bad,
a dog.
but if he like, yeah, if you're not bringing too much heat, that's probably fine.
I saw my mom
But-
punch a dog one time. They were fighting, and she was like scared and didn't know what to do, and she just like, I guess, just like punched down, and they stopped fighting. So I mean,
I don't know what
maybe
you're supposed to
punching
do
or-
there.
I don't know. I've heard you're supposed to poke them in the butt, like with
That
a
would
stick.
work.
Yeah,
That would
that's what I've
probably,
heard.
yeah, but I'm not trying to turn them on me.
Yeah. Well, I
Well,
guess if you have a long enough stick and you're back here, then you can kind of,
Yeah,
shield
it
yourself.
would be like one of those canes on the shows where
Yeah.
they like pull them off stage. Like, it'd have to be pretty long. No, that's funny. Yeah, I just avoid them. I'll stick to that.
There you go.
If there's dogs fighting, I don't care. Fuck these dogs.
I got in the
I
middle
don't
of a
know
dog
them.
fight one time. There was like a super aggressive dog at the dog park, and Con wasn't even that old, and he's giant, so I feel like he attracts attention from other dogs while we're there.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, another chow that was kind of like him, but a lot smaller, was like picking on him and like wouldn't leave him alone, and kept like trying to hump him and like assert his dominance, but he was like smaller. And I think
Right.
Con would just kept like trying to get away from him and not fight him. But I guess something happened with like another dog that set him off, and then he jumped on Con instead of jumping on the other dog. And so that turned into a fight, and I was hitting that other dog so hard with the rake. It was like the dog poop rake that was over here. I just like grabbed it and started hitting that dog so hard.
A plastic rake, right?
It was like, well, it was like, it had a, like,
Not like the tilling.
it had like a wooden rod, and then the bottom was like the rake part, and I was hitting it with the poop part.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Dang.
And then
That's
his
funny.
mom was like, "Were you just hitting my dog with the rake?" Whenever she came over, we had like already got them separated and they were fine. I was like, "Yeah, did you not see? Like, we've been here for 30 minutes. Your dog's been an asshole the entire time." She wasn't having it. We got into a fight, but like not a physical fight, but
Yeah, I feel like dog park can kind of might backfire on you
yeah,
because some people just shouldn't own dogs.
yeah. She should have. I mean, we were all seeing the signs. The other people in the dog park were seeing the signs that dog was trying to start something.
Right. And she didn't like hover
And
over it.
she
and be
didn't
like,
do
Stop.
anything.
Yeah.
And then she got mad
That'd be
at us
different
when
if
we were
you.
trying to separate it.
Yeah. That'd be different if she was trying to calm him down. He wouldn't stop or something.
Yeah, she didn't do anything.
That's funny.
Oh, my pug. When we would go to the dog park.
God, I love pugs. They're so cool.
They're amazing. But mine would. It was the most embarrassing thing a dog has ever done to me. He would follow around all the other male dogs and lick their wiener. Like, the entire time we were there. He would not stop. And I couldn't. And it was...
That's hilarious.
It got to the point where I was like, I can't go back to the dog park.
Oh, yeah.
It would
no way. Dog penis is gross enough.
It's
We don't
so
want to see it.
disgusting.
You don't want to see it, and then that's happening.
then my
It's
little
probably funny for like a
wrinkly
second,
alien-
and then you're just like, dude.
Like, and then I'd like pull them off and I'd be like, "Stop, please! Oh my God, please stop! This is so embarrassing." And then as soon as I
That's
let him go, he'd go
hilarious.
find another one.
He'd find another
Yeah,
one. On to the next one. Dog didn't give a fuck.
tried to hit all of them while we were there.
Jeez. Okay, maybe I dealt one. I was thinking eventually getting
I've
a
never
dog.
seen another
Maybe
dog.
not.
I've never seen another
No, I've never
pug
heard that.
or another dog do
Yeah.
that.
I mean, like, for a long period of time,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then go to a different... Yeah.
Yeah,
That is
all of
truly
them.
bizarre. Oh my god, that's funny. Damn, I got some questions that I wrote down,
Oh, okay, let's get you on.
but... I think, I don't know, I'm like such an American, because like, almost every question is food related.
Okay.
Do you like hibachi restaurants or sushi bars better?
I don't dig a hibachi. I'm not into
Nice.
it. The whole experience, I'm not into it.
Yeah, you
I'll
wait
go
forever
with-
for your food.
Yeah.
You're like, I just want to eat this, dude.
Yeah.
Stop it.
I'll go if it's somebody's birthday and they're demanding that we
Sure.
go there. But I'm not
Yeah,
into it.
it's something a 14-year-old wants to do.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not into the
Sushi
crowd
bar, it's
work
done. You
either.
order it and they're
Yeah. The,
you
like,
order it. They're quiet. You see them make it. There you go.
Yeah.
What do you want next?
Yeah. I've also never gone to a hibachi grill and like got drunk either, because I imagine it's probably fun if you're like a little bit drunk.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Yeah. I'm always
Yeah, it's
dead
always
sober,
been-
and I'm like, this
yeah.
fucking sucks.
Some family thing or some birthday.
Exactly.
like-
Exactly, and you don't want to be
Yeah,
there.
and you're just like, okay,
That's why it sucks
this
so
is what you want to do. Like, could have just had a dinner party at the house.
Yeah, where
we could all talk
God.
normally. Now we're all
Yeah.
facing the same direction.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah.
Have a conversation at all.
Well, the last time I went to one, like, he mixed up, I guess, the seating arrangement. And there's, like, a good amount of people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you should only have 2 people.
Yeah.
That's another problem. Like, if it's just you and one other person, or fuck it, I go by myself. That'd be hilarious.
That would
Just be like, what's up, dude?
And it's just you.
Yeah. I'd be like, we're going to kick it for a little
Where's
while,
my
I
food?
guess. This is what you're paid to do.
Yeah.
You're hanging out and you're making food. But they always end up seating other people.
Right. They make
Doing
you
a
wait
show.
until there's more people.
Yeah, I don't even. I think in Japan there are restaurants like that where you
Mm-hmm.
can just post up by yourself, and you pay an exorbitant amount of money
Yeah.
for like Wagyu steak and crazy shit. But yeah, last time I went, like, they handed my buddy my meal and his to me, and dude just started eating it. And I was
He
so
didn't
pissed
question
because
it?
he got like chicken fried rice.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, I'm not getting that basic bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, I forget what it was, but I was not digging.
Yeah,
I was like, I could have went to China Hill and had a way better chicken fried rice than what this dude just made. But, yeah. I don't know. I feel like hating sushi is definitely, like, cancelable food opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I get it, but I just love it so much because I
Yeah.
started eating it as soon as HEB had it.
Yeah.
Or like liking the heel of bread the most.
Is that you?
No, that's not
Oh,
me.
yeah.
I've heard that though.
I fucking talked to somebody about that today.
They said that's the best piece of bread.
No, they said that's the worst piece of bread. I was like, yeah, exactly. You
Yeah.
cut it off and you throw it away.
You throw it away or you leave it for breadcrumbs
Yeah.
to use later
Yeah,
on some
you
shit.
make a crouton out of it.
There
You
you
don't
go, crouton.
put your butter on it and stuff.
I mean, when you're in the poorhouse, you use it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's better uses.
I'm not saying I haven't.
No, we all have. It's
Yeah.
okay.
We've
But it's
all
horrible.
gotten to that point where
We
you
have
gotta
all
eat the
eaten
heel of the
heels. That's right.
bread. We went to Uchi that one time, and they
Oh,
were
how was
like,
that place?
Oh my god, it was so amazing.
Really?
And I love the experience of being like, you just bring me some shit and I'll eat it. And they're
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's great. Put it in their
And
hands.
and then they just
Mhm.
bring you a bunch of shit, and it's like all good. I love that. I feel like taken care of.
Yeah, I mean that's what fine dining is.
Yeah.
Is they just have what they're gonna make for you,
Yeah,
and they know it's gonna be good,
yeah,
or they wouldn't be doing it.
it's amazing.
Yeah. There's actually a YouTuber that works at Uchi,
Really?
and he's done like videos about like prepping,
Hmm.
and then like why he left or whatever, and started his own thing. I mean, I'm sure making YouTube videos is way easier than
Yeah.
working at a restaurant. That's hard work, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got respect for those people, for sure. Because I'm in love with food.
Have you ever worked at a restaurant?
Very brief. If you count Starbucks as a restaurant.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I worked at this mom and pop place, and it was family style dining,
Mm.
which made it a little easier
Yeah.
because you're just like, okay, it's just fried chicken, mashed potatoes, gravy, like
Yeah.
we just bring it out
Yeah.
as you eat it. And I was just bussing. I wasn't waiting. And yeah, that did not last long.
Yeah. That's tough stuff.
Yeah. I quit to go to ACL. It's like, yeah, fuck this.
Yeah.
Talk about just being, yeah, I was
Over it.
a spoiled
I'm
kid,
out.
basically. I was just like, I don't have to work here.
Yeah.
This was fun, but yeah. Yeah, no, I don't think I could do it unless it was like a food truck that you owned and you actually knew what you're doing. But otherwise, no. Nah, dude. Except Chick-fil-A. I would work there.
You would?
Sure.
I went to Chick-fil-A
Like
yesterday with
part-time?
the girls.
That would be
and
awesome.
I was like, this fucking. I bet you this job sucks. I was literally thinking that yesterday.
It probably
Oh,
does,
kids
but I've
were,
heard
like,
people
actually
say,
working and like not
yeah.
looking like they were vibing at all. I guess my idea of having a good workplace is not having to work.
God, you're right about that.
Yeah.
I'm on the same boat with you, man. Like, yeah, any job you get is just slightly different. It's all the same.
Yeah.
No matter what. But, yeah, I think I'd rather work at Chick-fil-A than a bar, though.
Oh, no way.
Bar's easier.
Oh, yeah.
More money, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just drinks.
Places like Chick-fil-A, they like have expectations for you.
Yeah,
and they
you're
want you to
right.
smile,
You can't be a degenerate
and they
like
want
me.
you to, just be
Yeah.
a person.
Which
I
I
guess-
can't, yeah, I totally hear you.
Fucking cannot
Good.
put on a
I'm
person
glad-
suit to
yeah.
go work at Chick-fil-A.
I'm glad you're talking me out of it. You're totally right. Yeah, I would say, yeah, I would definitely say something to somebody and
Yeah.
it'd not be cool.
Yeah.
So,
At a bar, you just have an
yeah,
attitude
exactly.
the whole time.
Yes, you're so right. And
You
it's
just be like,
fine.
Fuck you, and they're like, this place is great.
Yeah,
Here's $5
you're
for
so
you.
right. I guess, yeah, like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
biggest, not scumbags, but you can be a scumbag.
Yeah, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Dude. Hell yeah. I feel like it could be the best job ever or the worst job ever to work at a bar.
I think
Like, it
back
could
on
be
my
awesome.
time in the bar, like as
With
some of my happiest days.
Rose colored glasses though.
Yeah, a little
You
bit.
kind of
I was definitely, by the time I was done, I was like really done. But-
yeah.
But yeah,
How
I
long
look
did
back-
you last there again?
Well, I was at Rock and Rodeo for 3 years.
Oh,
And then
damn.
before, or with Graham's company, because Graham's owned
That's
Rock and Rodeo. So I was with Graham's for like 3 years, but before that I was bartending at Buffalo's in Odessa, which was definitely a different experience, but
No, I had a buddy that did that.
yeah.
He liked it. But he didn't serve me booze.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole. How dare he?
Yeah,
How dare he do
happens.
his job?
Mhm.
No, I laugh because Buffalo, like back when I was doing the third party delivery thing,
Mhm.
their employees were so difficult.
Oh yeah.
Very
I
difficult.
imagine.
And like, you could never like meet them halfway
Mhm.
and be like, because I would try, like after a while I'll be like, all right, maybe I'll like try a come to Jesus thing or try and level with them. Be like, look, dude, I know like it's not exactly great like dealing with us, but like,
Like,
can we-
I know
was like,
you
yeah,
hate me to your
yeah, but can
core.
we just like both be adults and finish our job? Like,
Can I get 2
like,
more ranches,
there's no,
please?
yeah, there's no reason to delay all this. It's just gonna make everyone more angry, and it never worked. There'd be a couple of people you could
Yeah.
mention that to, and they'd be like, "Oh, yeah, okay, whatever, dude."
Yeah.
And then maybe they're a little nicer the next couple of times, but hell no. Fuck Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
I hate that place,
Yeah.
and will only go if I'm dragged into it. Yeah, just talking about food.
Yeah.
I can't help it. I'm
I took a food sensitivity test, and I'm
what?
sensitive to chicken.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Chicken,
Well, it could be worse.
yogurt, Swiss cheese, specifically Swiss. I don't know why they made this specification. And then tuna.
Tuna.
Yeah.
Damn. So you're not gonna be eating sushi anymore.
Yeah. Well, I still ate it, and I still am eating chicken, but at least I know that's why my stomach hurts.
Yeah, right, and not some like unknown
Yeah.
possibility.
Yeah, I'm not dying.
That sucks. Stomach aches.
Yeah.
No bueno. Damn, dude, I got. What is another this or that?
Okay.
Would you rather have loud neighbors or nosy neighbors?
Loud neighbors.
Yeah,
Loud, I don't
I
give a
agree
shit.
with you.
I feel like I'm like slightly traumatized by the weird, like, stalker thing that we talked about last time. So I'm like, as long as nobody's looking at me, they can do whatever they want. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, and I feel like there's like things you can do to kind of like fix that going on.
Yeah.
You can't fix a fucking busybody.
Yeah.
They're
They'll
horrible.
find a way.
Yeah.
And they've got more energy
They love
to
it.
find a way
They love
than
it.
you have energy to stop
Oh,
them.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
It's awful.
that is the typical like, just get a fucking hobby, dude.
Yeah.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Yep.
I don't know. I've never had neighbors that were too nosy.
Oh, I was a nosy neighbor when I was a teenager. We had a neighbor that was a boy, and he was a year older than us. And I was so fascinated by him because he was so different from like the people that I knew. I would spy on them all the time. I was always like, what
That's
the
funny.
fuck are they doing? Are they getting home from school? And I'd be like peeking through the blinds, and they're like, I can see you. And I'd be like, ah, and then I'd go hide.
That's funny.
He always knew that I was spying on him, but I don't know why it was him specifically, because, I mean, I had guy friends, and I had, like, guys in my life. It wasn't like I
Sure.
was deprived of men.
Right. You weren't
know?
like Cinderella. Like,
Yeah.
stuck in the house forever.
Yeah, but I don't know, I guess there
Rapunzel
was
or
just,
whoever it was.
yeah, there was something about spying on them that I was into. I grew out of it, obviously.
So, yeah.
There was
Well,
something about it that
you-
was really cool when it was happening.
You're just exploring voyeurism, you know? I think that's common,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Hopefully it is.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm not saying that.
Did you ever
People are like, that's fucking really weird.
Nah, did you ever see that movie about voyeurism?
Mm-mm.
It's one of the creepiest things I've ever seen. But it's like, I mean, it's fiction, so that's good.
Okay.
But it's like a guy that like sets up like all these peepholes in a hotel, and he just like goes and watches them. He doesn't like do anything like sexually to himself or anything. He just like watches them, and like that's his thing. He runs the hotel, and then he like goes, and so it kind of like tells a story of like all these different things going on in these rooms.
Oh.
And like apparently that's like a real thing. Like there are people that they just do that shit.
Ugh.
They just like watching people. Like I don't know. It's like have you ever seen Frasier?
No.
No.
Nuh-uh.
It's pretty funny. I mean, it's aged,
I know.
obviously, but there's like a whole like running plot in the show in one season where they just have a telescope, and they're just like they live in a high rise in Seattle, so they're just like looking at other people in buildings and like getting to learn things about them
Oh,
and
that's
shit.
fucked up. That's really weird.
That's so 90s where
Yeah.
that's just they're so
Yeah, we're
quirky.
we're just
Spying on
spying on
the-
everybody.
yeah.
It's fine though.
Yeah. So you're not alone, Megan.
Okay.
There apparently that's common
There's
because
other people. I
it's a
wonder if
lot
I
of
would be
TV.
into it now.
probably.
If I could just find the time to watch one of my neighbors and be like, know things that they don't know that I know. I don't know. I might be into it now. My neighbors
That's
are pretty boring,
hilarious.
though. We got some boring neighbors.
I mean, I'm gonna have so many people to watch then.
yeah, you
There's
might
gonna
as
be
well.
windows, I'm gonna get binoculars.
That's new.
Yeah, God. I mean, they've been building it since.
I've never noticed it.
The-
I have never looked out that window.
Yeah, they started building right after the winter freeze last year. And I think COVID. There was a church there before, and there's a daycare, and
I'm all about tearing out
I
a
don't
church to
think-
build apartments.
I'm not. But the church was annoying too because they were like it was like a Hispanic evangelical church, and
Okay.
like I mean that's fine. It's not the church itself,
Right,
but
right.
they would be out there and like play music.
They would be like partying every Sunday?
Yeah, they'd be like, the Lord, like playing
And
music.
you're not into that? Oh, I
No.
would love it.
No, it got pretty obnoxious because it'd go on a long time.
Okay.
And, like, a lot of the performers were really bad.
Oh.
So it's funny at first, and they're just
Okay.
like, who? Some guy just walked up there. And they were playing, like an electric keyboard, just loud as fuck.
Oh, I would lean into it
And
so
then-
much.
I mean,
don't know,
that's-
I think I'm like
that
an
would be the
energy
better thing
vampire
to
or
do.
something.
Yeah, I mean,
I would get so many good
I just
vibes from
can't be bothered, dude. I'm the worst. Like, anyone doing
that.
anything.
Everybody shut the
Yeah,
fuck up.
I'm just horrible, dude. Like, yeah. Just entitled, like, oh, I think I deserve silence, but you live in a city, dude, with other people. You have to share it. But yeah, they were there, but I would have taken that over the amount of noise and the construction that happened, because I was working from home when they started building it. And it would just make me irritable. And that's not good when you're on the phone with people.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, dude. That's all they build in this town now
Yeah,
is
they need
ugly ass apartments.
Yeah, those look like they're not gonna be very cool. I've seen some really cool ones lately
Yeah.
where I'm like, damn, in another life, I will be living here.
Oh, I hate apartments so
Really?
much. Yes.
I think I do too, but I think that I've like romanticized my apartment living. So
I
I'm,
mean,
like,
they're
going
nice.
back
You
to
can get a
being
really
in it.
nice one. I just like being able to park my car in a driveway,
Oh yeah, yeah. I didn't think
Like,
about that.
having a
And
yard.
be right there.
Right.
Yeah, just walk in the door.
Yeah.
That's dope. for
Like
sure.
I said, can't be bothered. I don't even want to walk to a parking garage and ride an elevator.
Well, nobody wants to do that.
But
for sure.
and also, I mean, yeah, once again you're sharing your space with a lot of people, and if there's a fire, you're all fucked.
Oh, is that what you're thinking about?
I mean, part of me thinks about that. I see it on the news all the time. They're
If
just
there's
like,
a fire, we're fucked.
yeah,
We're so fucked in
we're
this
so
building. I'm out.
fucked. Something horrible will happen.
Did you see that one where the freaking rooftop pool like fell in to
That's
the parking garage that was
hilarious.
underneath it? It just like went bloop, and all the water
Oh,
was
wow.
gone. And then this next video is like all of the water flooding the parking garage.
Oh my
It
god.
like hit the water hit so hard that it shoved cars like against each other.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's another thing. Speaking of the winter storm, when that shit happened, there was just like floods in apartments and people just totally screwed. But
Yeah.
I guess
yeah.
you can't do anything about that stuff.
Yeah.
There's always going to be some bullshit that happens no matter where you're living. So,
Yeah, I guess that's
Fuck
true.
it.
Yeah.
did you hear about that? Like, they're supposed to be building some like tall tower in Austin. Supposed to be like
it's,
the
supposed to be
tallest building in the
super
state.
tall. Yep.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy. Would you go to the top? Are you scared of heights?
I'm a little scared of
I'm
heights.
freaking really
Oh,
terrified
really?
of heights.
Yeah,
I have
dude.
such a problem with it.
I heard this joke like one thing I really don't like is Ferris wheels.
Oh yeah. I
Like,
don't
something
fucking
about
like
it.
Ferris wheels
I
either.
don't like it.
Very untrustworthy.
Yeah.
Very untrustworthy.
I heard a joke the other day, or a tweet, and somebody was just like, "The Ferris wheel is the scariest ride because you have to kiss a girl on it." It's like that's very funny, but it's scary for me for height reasons,
Yeah.
and I don't want to
And
have.
it's like wiggly too.
Yeah, it is.
Feels
It's
like
wiggly.
it's wiggly, but like
Yeah.
it's not supposed to be
No.
wiggly.
Yeah, and somebody set it up from a truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that Ferris wheel in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Never.
I don't know. An enclosed one, I feel a little bit better about.
I guess that one would be nicer. I don't think I would freak out as much.
Yeah, and it's
That's the
smoother. It like
problem.
stabilizes
Yeah.
you, so you're
You're
like
not doing
rocking all
this.
crazy.
Yeah, and
If somebody stands up on a Ferris wheel, I will lose my fucking
That's
mind.
exactly
Sit
what I
the
was about
fuck
to
down
say.
if you're on the Ferris wheel with me.
Yeah.
Or I will put you in a headlock and choke you out until we get to the bottom.
That's the thing is,
I can't.
yeah,
do it.
I had friends that would like know I was nervous and start
Exactly.
fucking with it.
Oh yeah.
And start jumping and let's swing it. Be like, no,
Yes.
dude, no.
Honestly, like
Already
some-
having a panic attack here.
Exactly. And people
Don't-
like some dudes will be like,
I'm
think it's
trying to-
flirting and it's cute to like make me scared. No, fuck you. I'm gonna murder your fucking family. Don't shake the Ferris wheel. Don't shake the Ferris wheel. You're dead to me if you shake the Ferris wheel.
That is hilarious. Oh man. Yeah, right? Like it's funny to scare the fuck out of somebody like
Yeah.
that. Like, see, you're fine. Then you get off and you're the bad guy all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
and then
You're fine. Shut up. Yeah, you're the bad guy for
Fuck
freaking
your
out.
feelings.
Yeah, exactly.
get over it.
Yeah. Well,
No, you're
I don't
fucking
know.
no.
I
You're
don't.
dead
I
to
haven't
me if
ridden
you
a
shake the
Ferris wheel in a while. Especially at this size. That's a big thing about heights with me. It's just like I'm gonna break this shit.
Oh yeah.
If I like, if
now-
there's too many people on it, like ladders, like shit like that, I don't like. I don't like going up a fucking ladder.
And then it's all wiggly
Yeah.
when you get to the top, and then your
Like you
legs
said,
are shaking
yeah,
because it's wiggly.
it shakes, and then everything shakes, and
Yeah.
then people laugh. It literally happened to me like
Yeah.
3 weeks ago,
Yeah, no.
and I was like, "Damn it! Secret revealed."
Yeah, I want no part of that.
No, yeah, the shaking legs, every time.
Well, now I have
Never
kids,
fails.
and they want to ride Ferris wheels
Right.
and stuff. So I'm like, and they're like, I want to look over the edge, and I'm like trying to look over the edge, and I'm like,
Yeah.
no. I'm like,
Yep.
if you fucking move an inch,
It's funny, but roller coasters I'm fine with.
I'm not. I can't.
I
do
don't
roller coasters
understand.
very well either. Did you? Okay. Did you watch the video of that kid falling out of the Orlando?
No.
I did, and I fucked up because.
Should I not watch it?
I don't know. Okay, so I wasn't gonna
Watch it right now.
I wasn't gonna watch it, but then I read the news story and I was like,
But they
I
said he
don't-
was overweight or something, right?
I think he was fine. He just looked like a full-grown man.
Like a football kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I read the news story, and then I was like, I don't understand what happened, and I'm not gonna be able to sleep unless I watch this fucking video.
Where did you watch it? Do you remember?
And I don't remember.
Twitter or something.
Yeah, I don't think
Instagram.
they took it down. That's the one. That's the top one.
This is it.
Oh, but that's like the
That
news.
looks like a news story.
Yeah, that's a news story. Yeah, I had to figure out what's going
dude.
on because it was
It's funny.
rough. It was real rough.
I'm the worst, dude. Like I used to watch Live Leak all the time.
Oh,
like
yeah?
beheading videos and like just crazy shit.
Yeah. So I told my baby sister this because I was like thinking of all the things that like I want to warn her about that like fuck you up. And I want her to know, so we were like on a long road trip, and I'm like talking about all the stupid things that you do that like fuck you up. And I'm like, oh, and also I watched the like Mexican cartel behead these like 2 women, and I think about it all the time. It really fucked me up. And she was like, oh yeah, I saw that one. And she's 15, and I'm like, what? Wait, what? And she was
That
like,
is
yeah, I saw that one.
hilarious.
And then I showed my grandma, and I'm like, you don't fucking show grandmas.
Show grandma.
That footage.
I mean, if your grandma's cool, you do.
That's,
Like, dude, check this out.
that, okay, honestly though, that video,
I don't know if I'll-
like, really messed me up for a long time.
The beheading with
Yeah, for probably like a
Yeah.
year, I thought about it every day. At least once a day.
that's like
Because there was a really awful noise that happened with the video
Right.
that, like, I could not get out of my head. It was the most disgusting noise I've ever heard in my life. Sorry to bring it up if that brings up bad memories for you.
no.
Did you watch it? Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you ever watched, like, beheading videos?
Yeah. Well, I
They're-
used to watch the ones like
They're really fucked
like
up.
the Islamic extremist groups would do.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I kind of I don't know. There's something about it. Because there's something about it that's funny.
Because they're a bunch of fucking weird losers. I don't know. I think that's what's the funniest part.
Well,
Like these dumb fucks figured out how to like kill people, and they're like doing it. I don't know.
I just think it's funny because it's just like, yeah, they went to their land and started messing with stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like, it is kind
Yeah.
of funny. It's dark, it's horrible, but
Yeah.
you
They're
can't
like,
deny the conflict comes from both. I
Yeah.
mean, it's war, right?
yeah, they're like, what we lack in
Yeah.
resources, we make up
We're
for
just like,
in
"No,
not giving
we
a
will do
shit.
this for God. Like, there's something
They
so
set
funny.
the fucking
Yeah.
cage on fire.
Yeah, dude. There's just something funny about that. Yeah,
It's kind of the same
it's like
thing
watching
as like,
people fall, right?
oh, okay, so
It's just like the most extreme version of that shit.
I don't want to say this on record, but whenever that like whenever
Don't
that
worry, nobody's listening this far.
whenever that there was like this stupid Christian couple that were like missionaries. They went to
Oh, and
like
the natives fucked them up.
yeah, they
Yeah.
fucked them up,
That
like,
little island next to
obviously,
India.
You dumb shit.
Yeah, wasn't it just? Was it one guy or was it a couple?
The one that I'm thinking of was in South America,
Oh,
and it
okay.
was a couple, and they were like
Oh,
a
that
young,
is so
cute, like 25-year-old couple.
Oh, with the spirit of God in their
Yeah,
eyes.
they were gonna go save these
Those-
people, and
yeah.
they were like, "Fuck you," and whatever
Yeah.
diseases you're bringing to our area,
Do
you're
you
dead.
Not know what happened there?
Yeah.
A lot of fucked up shit by
Yeah.
Christians
Yeah.
taking over.
They don't really
Yeah.
like white people
No, they
there,
don't.
and
And
you're
it's
the
cool.
whitest of the white.
Oh, dude, I remember like, yeah, I mean, maybe not so much race, but I remember like the first time
I'm gonna find this video.
I like had the idea of like, obviously 9/11 and all that stuff, but like when I went to Ecuador for a mission trip, and I mean, this was the whitest mission trip you've
Yeah,
ever seen.
they usually are.
And like people on the street of Quito would just like flip us off. Because they could, they could
Yeah,
tell.
they'd be
They
like,
could tell
"You
from a
self-righteous
million
pieces of
yeah, they
shit."
could tell from a million miles away. Those are Americans.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of white people that live there, but
Yeah.
you stick out like a sore thumb.
Yep.
Like, oh, these spoiled ass. Like, yeah. I was like, wow, people don't like us spreading God's word here.
Devil is
Yeah.
strong here.
Yeah, dude. It's such a naive way of
It's
thinking.
such a
Like,
cringy
now
way to
it's
look
so
back on
funny.
your
But it made sense then, you know.
Yep.
I mean, you can believe in Christ and all that, but if you really believe people are just gonna accept whatever, foreign influence is going on.
Oh my god, they fucking put the video on the Today Show. That's fucked up. I would sue if I was his family. Fuck you for putting that on. They put,
Yeah,
like,
they should totally sue them.
Yeah, they
Because
like,
that
put
footage is going to be ubiquitous.
every
It's going to be
piece-
tied with that kid's legacy forever. A horrible accident.
It's really awful. Okay, so since it's not loading, I'll tell you what happens. Because it's really... So, the whole ride goes up, like it does,
Yeah,
And then-
I've never gone on one of these.
They're
I don't fuck with that.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
It's so awful. Like, why would you ever do that to yourself? But, and then whenever it comes down and it hits the slowdown, he just slips right out of his seat.
So, it's when it's dropping. He
So
comes out of it.
it drops,
It-
and
it
then
lifts
whenever
him
it
up.
hits the slowdown, because like, okay, let's pretend the microphone is the ride, and that's how tall it is. It goes all the way up, it chills for a little while, makes everybody anxious, and then it drops, and then as soon as it hits like this point where it slows down, he just slips
Oh, yeah,
right
because
out.
the pistons or
Yeah.
whatever the heck.
Exactly. He just slips right out of the bottom.
That is awful.
It was still really high in the air.
I'm sure I'll find it eventually.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's definitely worth watching because, not that watching it that sounds really fucked up, but it's, I don't know. I think it's worth everybody seeing, like, yeah, these fucking roller coasters are not that.
No,
they
they're
don't
not
protect you
perfect
that much.
science.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, he just fucking didn't strap his shit right. I think that
Right.
was the only thing.
oh my god.
I don't know if that's the case or not. But they were like, okay, so here's another interesting piece about the video. At the very beginning of the video, another girl that's like in the ride, because this guy's like videoing the ride of his friend going up. He's not videoing the kid. But she's like, is this all? Like, there's no seatbelt or anything. And the guy working the ride was like, yep, that's it. It just snaps right here, and then it locks into place, blah, blah, blah.
Right. Yeah, they're
And it
probably
fucking did it.
overworked and don't care.
Yeah, they're
and
teenagers. They
yeah,
were
exactly.
They were tiny children, and then he slips out and falls, and they literally like don't do anything. They're just standing there, like, what the fuck just happened? Which, as a person, you would be, but I mean, they're kids. They're kids that saw that. That's it. Well, that's the Today Show one. I don't know if it'll show them falling out, but
You're just making me want to watch it so bad. I'm sorry.
it's. I honestly think it's worth watching. I'm glad that video is out there as evidence for the family, because who all videos that? Nobody videos that. See, and then he just slips right out. That's very lucky for them to have had a video.
That's him right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Awesome. Wow. Well, maybe I'll find it.
Yeah. And he's a child.
Right.
He's 14.
That's crazy.
I think about Reagan wanted to ride. We went to Dollywood for Thanksgiving, and she wanted to ride. The same manufacturer that made this one made the one in Dollywood, and she wanted to ride it. So it like makes me
Yeah.
anxious.
Well-
Like, no, you're not riding any more roller coasters ever again. No, fuck that. It's not worth the enjoyment that it brings. Worth risking your life 1,000 to 1. Every 1,000th person fucking
Yeah.
falls out and dies.
Have you ever heard of Action Park?
No.
Oh my god.
What's that?
Talk about a nightmare park. I don't think there was any casualties there, but there was like constant injuries. Like constant like I mean, they got sued out of existence. But it's like the most famous like dangerous park that there's ever been.
Action
like
Park.
yeah,
there a show
and
about it?
Johnny Knoxville like made a movie kind of making fun of it. But
Okay.
there is a documentary on
Action
I think it's
Park.
on Netflix.
Okay.
If you're into proving to yourself
Yeah, what's that fucking
rides
one
are
that was
not
like a
good.
water one that was.
Well, there was one that had a
There was
loop.
a water one.
Yeah, this had both.
Okay. Maybe this is the one that I'm
But-
thinking of.
Yeah, this is a decent documentary, but I think there's also one on Netflix. But yeah, I was in New Jersey, and they had one ride. I don't know if we'll be able to see it.
Did you go to Action Park?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, there was some deaths. I don't think I'll be able to find it.
There was one Slitterbug
They had one that
death.
had a yeah. What?
Yeah.
Not the Texas
Fucking-
location.
Yeah, not the Texas location, but,
But
the
that made
fucking
me
the
nervous.
slide like fell apart while the kid was on it.
Jesus.
He was like a
That's-
12-year-old kid.
You know what? That's why you just stick to the tube chutes.
Okay.
They're on the freaking ground.
Mm-hmm.
The water is this deep, right? Like they really can't.
I don't know. You get stuck in a tube. That's my
No,
worst
I mean
fear.
they're like work down the hill, and you're just like
on a
in your
tube,
tube.
though. But the slide is not a tube. Okay.
No,
I got the
mean-
tubes confused. Okay.
the tubes.
I got the
The
tubes
tubes
confused.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
So,
Are you
like,
talking
a-
about like
like
the
the
figure
s-
8 one?
No, the slide that has a
Oh,
top
a
on
tube.
it.
Okay.
Getting stuck in
I
that
meant
and
to say
drowning
inner
is the
tube.
fucking worst.
Yeah, but that's what this place had is, let me just look at the picture.
I love the name Action Park.
This.
Oh, fuck that. No.
This.
And people died in that?
Well, I don't know about deaths, but
Oh, look, it's like launched into a piece of, like, it's just
and
mud over there.
people were going fast as fuck down here. Look at how steep that shit would be. But apparently people would get stuck in here, and then you can't get out. Because they said people had different body types, and they wouldn't make it all the way around.
And then what happened?
They were stuck in there.
How would they get them out? They just throw
Well,
a rope down to
whoever
them?
was watching would have to get them.
The teenager that was watching?
Yeah, exactly. They ended up
Oh,
putting
no.
a latch in there so people could get out. Because it kept happening so
Fuck
much.
that.
And when you see people coming out of it, they're like...
They're just shooting across?
They're shooting out backwards, like this. Like legs out backwards on their face. And there's like tons of injuries, like concussions, like people come out knocked out. So, dude, it seriously, I think it lasted like a month or like
Come on down
15.
to Action Park.
Well,
we got this slide that'll
that's
knock you
yeah.
the fuck
Well, what's
out.
so funny is when like if you do ever take a look at it, like everything is so shittily made. It looks like just like some
Somebody's
guy.
dad made it.
Yeah, some guy with a college degree, junior college engineering degree, like.
He was like, oh yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, I mean, not
do
even
that.
that. It just seems like some.
This fucking slide
Hick.
is amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. But yeah, dude, I always felt more comfortable at water parks for the most part, though.
Yeah. The heavy machinery
Which is
and the
kind of
going
deceiving.
super fast
Yeah,
can be
the steel
Yeah.
and the concrete below you.
yeah.
Yeah, and the heat. That isn't.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on that make you not trust it. You know what fucking freaks me out? That little boy that got eaten in Orlando by a fucking alligator. There's
I
like,
thought that was awesome.
so listen, there's not supposed to be
That's the type-
alligators in their
that-
park. Like, how the fuck
that
they
is-
got alligators in their park, and then you just like don't watch your kid for a second, and he's fucking
Yeah.
gone. He's in
And it was
an
on camera,
alligator's
right?
mouth. I don't know. I can't watch that kind of
Yeah,
video. I can't do
that would be.
that would really fuck me up for real.
I just
It's just
imagine the dad trying to pull him out. Like, he literally had to eventually surrender to a fucking
fucked up.
crocodile.
That's fucked up.
And then
That's
you're like,
the
what do you want me to do, honey? It's an alligator. Like,
so fucked.
you know, obviously that's
fucked
probably not how it went down. but
Yeah.
Just the fact that you just know, like, this is over. This dude's got him, and I'm not getting him back. Like,
Oh man,
I liked.
I can't even.
You know what? I liked those news stories better than the more recent, the really political ones. I can't stand those. I want to see the dark
I
shit.
want to see kids getting
Yeah.
eaten by
Yeah,
alligators.
Yeah, bro. Duh. I don't want to hear about foreign policy. I want to see stuff like that.
Yeah.
I want to see the juice.
Do you like any of the positive like news stories where they're like,
Yeah.
this woman's
I lo-
105
I
and she
love-
also has a cat that's 35. They're both the oldest woman and oldest cat.
Yeah, I'll admit, I'm a sucker for puff pieces. I will. I definitely do have.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, well. Yeah, I'm a sentimental guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, of course, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do want to watch stuff like that.
Okay.
Because it's.
Okay.
It's. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's. Half the time it's kind of some bullshit,
Yeah.
but it's a nice change of pace. I don't know. Like, damn, I'm trying to think. There are some that are just so corny that it's just like, oh my god,
Yeah,
this
let me think of one. I
this
think I
is
got-
too much.
I saw one recently. I remember the feeling, but I don't remember the story.
I remember there was one with this older guy that was just like, how this man defeated his racism, and which is always fun, always a good story, right?
It's somebody's
Yeah,
dad and
get-
his
and
son
he was
married
very-
a black girl.
No.
He's like, I've got to fix this racism
No, it was
in my body.
basically like, a black woman let me sit next to her on the bus, and I'm like, dude, give me a break.
Oh yeah.
Come on. And then like
Oh, fuck off.
like being a bootlicker about the war,
Mm-hmm.
like saying he was lied to, that like black soldiers were cowards, and like
Wow.
yeah.
God damn.
And then basically someone be like, that's not true.
And
and
he's like,
he's like,
oh,
I didn't know. Yeah.
I didn't know.
It just seemed like he was swayed pretty easily from this stuff. I mean, you should be swayed pretty
Yeah.
easily, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just kind of corny. Like,
Yeah.
the dude starts crying. It's like, get over yourself, bro. Come on.
I like those.
Yeah.
There's like
But
certain.
he's pretty old, so I could see maybe that was a struggle
There's certain.
getting through.
Yeah. Definitely, that was probably a struggle for him.
Yeah.
It's like I'm questioning
He said
everything.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I've been sold a lie. Yeah. Now I just want to watch Puff Pieces.
Yeah.
Or find some. I'll have to find some other good ones. Yeah, that's Sly, dude.
I like whenever people like find their dogs that were like missing for 2 years, and they get them back.
This
Those always
dog
get
didn't
me.
recognize his owner after his weight loss.
Yeah. Well, that's an interesting one.
I saw that. I didn't watch it. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I like literally saw that.
That was an interesting one.
Yeah. That's the one you saw, or what
No,
what
I
was
didn't
the one
see
you're talking
that
about?
one.
Oh. Yeah, the dogs reunited is always a classic that the
Oh,
media
yeah.
will throw out there
Yeah.
because they just know it's gonna work.
If
They
I
know it's gonna get
that
clicks.
I need to cry, I'll watch like dads coming home from the war and surprising their kids. But like I can't. It can't just be like one or two. It's got to be like a compilation of like the. That's what I imagine. Like people watch like compilation of like those nasty porn videos. It's like that's what I've got to do, but like with war coming home videos.
That's
Just to like
hilarious.
access my feelings and get them out into the
Nice.
world.
Yeah, I think that is ultimately why people like them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the feelings out.
War. I like stolen valor videos.
Okay.
You ever heard of those?
No.
It's where people are like wearing like camouflage or like U.S. Army or Marines.
I've
and
seen
shit.
one of those, and they're
And
not.
guys approach them.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's kind of
You're
different.
wearing it
Yeah.
wrong, you
some
fucker.
people, yeah, they always question them and they go through the line of questioning.
Oh yeah.
It's hilarious because the people are clearly mentally ill
Yeah.
and they're just being like punked, basically. So I like
Yep.
those a lot.
Okay.
Well, some of them, some of them you actually feel bad for.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, this guy's just trying to get money at the mall, selling flags, and
Yeah,
has
Give
nothing.
him a break.
Yeah.
He's got nothing.
But yeah, there's
Alone.
those are good. Stolen valor, and they always yell out, "Stolen valor!"
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I would definitely do that if I was homeless. If I needed
Yeah.
to get a quick buck, I'd be like, I lost my mind in the war.
Yeah,
They'd
dude.
be like, what war? The one that made me lose my
Yeah.
mind. I don't know.
I feel like you don't see the whole veteran signs that much anymore with the homeless.
Yeah.
Like they're like that one isn't working anymore.
Yeah, I don't think that one vibes very well
Yeah.
in Austin.
Yeah, you're right. And also, like, everyone hates the Iraq and Afghanistan veterans.
Yeah.
They're like,
Do they?
well,
I don't know.
it's kind of like the Vietnam veterans. They're like, oh,
Really?
y'all lost that war. Yeah.
I didn't.
That's
know
how,
that.
well,
I
that's
didn't
how
know that.
World War II veterans looked at
Yeah.
Vietnam veterans.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, a bunch of cowards and losers. But,
That's interesting. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
I,
Have you ever killed anything?
it seems, have I ever killed anything?
Yeah. Have you ever killed anything?
Yeah.
What'd you kill?
Couple
Like on
deer.
purpose?
Well, I've gone like hunting.
Uh huh.
like
And
couple
you killed
deer
a couple
and
deer?
doves and quail and fish and
Oh,
bugs.
okay.
What did you?
I have never
kill
killed
something?
anything.
Well,
At
the
least
way-
not on purpose.
The way you posed the question
Well, it's just because I didn't realize. I kind
seemed
of
like
like.
you're about to reveal a crazy secret. And you'd be like,
One time I killed this cat.
killed a cat.
I took it in the alley and I just. No, I kind of had this like idea that, and this like reveals
I mean,
how
you, like-
separated I am from like men in culture. I just assumed that all men had like killed something. But I've been asking, like, most men that I meet, if I get to that point where I can, like, ask them that.
Sure.
And they're like, no, I haven't, like, I've maybe shot a bird. I've maybe, like,
Yeah.
killed a frog or, like, ran over a cat or something. But, like, I've
Right.
never, like, killed an animal. So it's like, I think it's more rare than what I thought it was. To,
I
like,
think it is. It's not as
kill
popular
an
these
animal.
days. Yeah. And I've heard people say I didn't like it. I didn't like
Yeah.
hunting, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
got the
I imagine that's hard.
yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, I mean it's different for everybody. I feel like
Were you into it? Did you dig it?
I feel like it was a good experience.
Okay.
For sure. I'm not crazy about it.
Yeah.
I don't like go out of my way to like get a rifle and go hunting. But if someone wants to go hunting this season for deer, I'd be like, yeah, I'm in. Let's go.
Really?
Yeah, big time. It's fun.
Okay, so
And
if
it's
you like
it's a chance
shoot-
for men to be men, you know what I mean? And half the time you don't even get anything.
yeah,
It's just an excuse to hang
yeah,
out
just
and
to be
drink
like
beers.
out
Right.
free in the
Out
wild.
in the wild. Yeah.
Okay, so let's say you shoot a deer, then what happens? You have to find the deer, and then you've got.
It all
like,
depends on When the first one I got pretty lucky because I was using a 30-06 rifle, and they're super powerful.
Okay.
Like people will use shotguns, 30-30 rifle, but this one is like almost a sniper rifle. Like how big of a hole it like puts in whatever the bullet hits.
Okay.
So like I got them right behind the shoulder, which is where their heart is.
Mm-hmm.
So luckily it didn't suffer. It like fell right over,
Right.
and it kicked for a little bit.
Oh,
But that's
fucked up.
usually not the case.
Okay.
Like usually they run away, and then you have to track them, just looking for blood and stuff like that,
Okay.
and brush being knocked off.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Then you find them, and then you have to carry them, and then you have to clean them, and then you have to take it. Well, depending on where you're hunting.
And you do this yourself?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, you grab
What do
them.
you do? What do you do when you
Once
find
they're
them?
once they're
Do you
done.
like drain their blood and shit?
Yeah,
or?
pretty much. You so you take. Usually you have to use like a saw,
Okay.
but you need to like break their like breastplate, their sternum, and then you like saw their ribs.
So if you
So you
find
cut them
them and they're
open.
still alive, do you just like do
Mercy
the neck
kill.
thing?
You shoot
do you-
them
how-
again.
yeah, how do you-
You would shoot them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in the heart.
Okay.
You don't
In the
wanna-
heart. Okay.
Yeah. You don't want to hit their skull because their brains aren't very big, so that might not necessarily kill the animal.
That's weird.
I mean,
Okay.
it would be more weird to like point blank a deer in the head.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be weird. I'm sure everyone's probably different, but from what I hear, you would just shoot them in the heart
Okay.
or slit their throat. No.
Yeah, that's what I picture is you like finding them and
Well,
like,
you do
figure
eventually
out,
have
and then
to-
pulling them while they bleed out and shit.
I mean, you could do that. That would be weird, but you do have to cut their head off eventually. So,
Yeah.
because you have to clean it and then quarter the deer, and then you process the meat.
Okay.
So it doesn't sound like fun.
It
Would
sounds
you
like,
ever? Would you ever go deer
It
hunting?
sounds like a lot of work. I think
It
that-
is a lot of work.
So
it's
it
a
is
pain.
on my
It's a pain
bucket
in the
list.
ass.
It's on my bucket
Yeah.
list to kill an animal and harvest it for its meat, whether
Yeah.
it be a fish or a deer or something. I don't know. I've just never killed something intentionally, for the sake of eating it. And I think it's definitely an experience that I want to experience.
It was a rush. Like when the deer fell, I was definitely like shaking. I was like, whoa! Like,
Travis
got a
said one
huge
time-
adrenaline rush.
Travis
big.
like. I don't know how many drinks he had, but he was like, yeah, you should definitely come shoot our hogs with us. And they like do the whole
Yep.
hog thing.
Travis would be, yeah, he's a great guy to go hunting with, I'm sure.
I definitely chickened out of that. I'm not doing that. Scared as shit of the
Yeah, I
massive
don't
ass
like.
hog.
I don't know about the hogs. Yeah, but yeah, the
We
hog.
had hogs.
The hogs just eat their guts after you clean them out. You like cut it.Cut out their guts.
Their
and then you
fucking
tear
family
them.
eats it?
No, I mean, yeah, I actually do think hogs will eat their own. That's why the Israelites were like, you cannot eat pork
That's
because they eat
legit.
shit.
That's legit. Okay,
And
we've
like
got to
it was
get
like a
back
health
into
reason. I
Raised
think.
by Wolves too. But let's finish this
Oh,
conversation.
yeah.
But for sure.
Yeah. So once you like basically tear their guts out, there's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
other way to put it besides putting it all surgically, and you just like tear them out, and
Yeah.
then you just throw it. And if you like happen to be go hunting like the next morning or something, it will all be gone. Like
Fuck.
always, 100%.
So I
will be
saw-
gone. Every last morsel.
One time, one of my aunts, like, during, I guess, deer season, I don't know what, like, season it was, but she would go out to this ranch and she would cook for the guys that came out.
Nice.
She wouldn't, like, she wouldn't do anything with their meat or anything. She would just cook for them while they were at this, like, hunting lodge. But we went to visit her while she was doing this, and I saw one of the dudes had this big ass fucking javelina that like took up all the half end of his truck, and it was hanging off on both sides, but it had one tiny little bullet wound and then guts popping out of its bullet wound. And I was like, that's what killed that thing? Like, that is what got it? And that was it. And it was this giant thing. It had this tiny little spot, and its guts were like falling out of the spot. I was like,
That's all it
I
takes.
was like, what the fuck is going on here? And I don't think that I realized that it was a hunting lodge at the time too. It was a very interesting experience for me as a child.
Yeah.
But I was
Yeah.
like, this place is fucking crazy. They got a bobcat too. And
Wait,
I got
and
to
how
see a
old are you
bobcat.
again?
I was probably like 9.
Oh yeah, that's
10?
pretty young.
Yeah. And I was like,
gotta be a
"There's
little
bunch of
older
weird
before-
dead animals around here."
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah, they got
Yeah.
a bobcat, and I got to see the bobcat, which was crazy.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I think I had like probably when I was around the same age,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know, probably 7, 8, 9, or 10, somewhere in there. Like I saw my stepdad's buddy in New Mexico did a European mount with a deer.
What's that?
So like like it's where like you'll see the white skull attached to the antler to the horns,
Okay.
the antlers.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So the way you do
That's
that
cool.
is I mean, it was really like interesting and stuff, but it was pretty horrific because the way you do that is first he just pulls the deer head out of the fridge when we're outside,
Okay.
right? So that's already kind of weird.
Yeah. That's
And
definitely weird.
you can see
All the
like,
shit is hanging
out of
off?
them. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you drop it in like this acid, and you just watch the flesh all come off of them, and then it's just their fucking skull. So like it's pretty metal, right?
Okay.
Like it's pretty cool.
Yep.
But
I'm down
yeah,
for it.
that was I still remember that, and I don't, you don't remember a whole lot from those young ages.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to try and get Laura and Aaron on board with taking Delia hunting eventually.
Oh yeah, she's got.
She's gotta.
If there's an opportunity
If
to
there's
experience
if there's
it,
anybody, I'm sure they would be cool with that. Right?
maybe not. I don't know.
Going to shoot a deer.
I don't know. It's like a really intense life experience.
Yeah.
Whether it's positive
That's-
or negative,
yeah.
it's intense.
True.
For
Yeah.
sure.
True. Yeah, I guess when like you and all
I
your,
still
when
have
you and
an
all your
experience.
buddies had a good experience, you're like, yeah, then obviously I care about this person, so I'd like them to do it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah, it would be.
I would love
She
to.
needs to be, like,
experience it with
14,
someone
15.
Like Delia.
Yeah, exactly.
I would like to experience it my first time while she's experiencing it her first time, because
Exactly.
I feel like I could be stronger and like
Yeah, you have a bond with somebody
Yeah.
when you do that. So
yeah. That's
Yeah,
that's true
that'd be
too.
dope.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah.
yeah,
You would probably bond really hard
Yeah.
over something like that.
yeah. Definitely got closer with my stepdad after doing that,
Yeah.
making that trip. So I would recommend it. You should take your kids hunting.
Well, I
should
can't.
learn
I
how
don't
to.
know what- I don't
Dude.
know what I'm doing.
Oh
yet.
yeah, no, you need a guide.
Yeah, somebody's gonna have
But-
to take me first, and then.
It
no.
it is funny because like now like that's a whole thing. There's like basically, you know how there's like girls that are like just making money because they're like modeling more or less products. Like,
Okay,
that's a
yeah.
whole thing now. Like hot hunter chicks.
Yep.
Like being
Oh,
like
yeah.
getting branding deals.
Yeah.
Being like, and I used, you know, this type of thing or whatever, just because it gets more eyes, obviously.
Yep.
So like, it's so funny how just everything gets ruined.
That's so interesting.
Like, yeah, there's like a whole weird, I don't know, culture about
Oh
that.
yeah, that one fucking curly-headed bitch that Alex Jones likes makes me so mad. I don't even know what her name is.
The
but,
one curly-headed bitch.
Yeah, you'll know what I'm talking about. Look up curly-headed bitch Alex Jones, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. She's got really beautiful eyes, but she's awful. But she definitely pisses me off. She's one of those. I feel like.
How's did you ever contact or come back into contact with this guy's ex-wife?
Oh no, I never did.
I think you already
I
like
never
followed up
did.
with me on that, but
Yep, I never. I know that he got remarried, and then his new wife was like equally as crazy.
yeah.
None of those girls are the one. She's got blonde hair, and she was on what is Alex Jones, shit called
Infowars?
InfoWars. Put curly headed girl InfoWars. You can't put woman. She's a little girl.
Oh, she is?
Well, she's not little. She's a grown woman, but she's like 19. So I mean, she's a girl.
And she's
Put curly headed girl. Put Alex Jones curly headed girl.
Dude, that is hilarious that this person comes up and you search that. She has like a really hilarious podcast.
Really?
And yeah, is like total opposite of Alex Jones. So why do you not like this person?
Oh, she was. Maybe he cut ties with her. Maybe that's not why she's coming up. She was like some chick that was like sponsoring the NRA, and she was in college. I don't even know what her deal was, but she became like that girl.
Carrie Russell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I recognize that name.
No, just kidding. That's not her. But it looks like her. That's not her, but it looks like her.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, there's so many kooks out there.
Yeah. I don't know what her name is called. But she, like, I guess took a bunch of hunting pictures with, like, rifles. And then she killed, like, a zebra and a giraffe. That one.
Yeah.
Caitlin Bennett. That's her. But then she would, like, go to colleges and, like, protest against guns and shit. Or against, like, not being able to carry guns and shit. And she'd just say a bunch of dumb shit to people. And they'd be so flabbergasted by how dumb she was that they'd be like, what the fuck? And she'd be like, see, nobody understands. Everybody's brainwashed.
And she's American?
Yeah.
Is she like an agent, you think?
I don't know. I don't know what she is.
I know
I
that
don't know where
the
she got her
NRA has a lot of like ties to like foreign agents
That's hilarious.
that are like giving information on like how to destroy America within. It's insane, dude.
She does look a little bit foreign, doesn't she?
I don't know. I just
I feel like
Logan
if there's
Paul.
any old man that has an NRA hat on, I've got him wrapped immediately. I know exactly
Oh,
what to
yeah.
say. I know exactly what he wants to hear. I was honestly.
What do you mean by that?
I was honestly just thinking.
You could
this.
you could
I can make friends with anybody who's got an NRA.
Oh,
hat.
friends with them.
Yeah.
Oh, because you know
Yeah.
the lines.
Yeah, I know
The
exactly.
bullet points
As
of
a
what-
woman, I know exactly what they want.
Oh, I'm
I
sure. Yeah.
freaking went and got my tires changed yesterday.
Use the word freedom a lot.
And I was stuck there. I was stuck there for like 2 hours while I was waiting on them to change my tires. And some guy with an NRA hat came in, and I was like, "Okay, here we go." And so I smiled at him, and I was like, "It's fine." Like I just smiled, like leave me alone. And then he came up to me, and I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna see how far I can go
Oh
with
God.
this."
Right.
Old man, all the way up to where he was like
Like
"Do you have a business
60s.
card? Can I get your number or anything? Blah blah. And I was like, "You're an old married man. Like it's so crazy. All I had to do is be nice." And he literally was like, "Is this your car?" And it was my car getting changed. And I was like, "Yep." But first, okay, so let me start from the beginning. He walked by and was like, "Oh, I love this," and like pointed to my nose ring. He was like, "I love it, love it." And I was like, "Okay, thank you,
Yeah. Right.
old man. I'm sure you love it. Thank you." And then he like walked outside and came back in, and I was like watching my car. I was like a little bit anxious because I was supposed to be at a meeting in like 30 minutes. And then he was like, "Oh, is this your car?" And I was like, "Yep, this one's mine." And he was like, "Oh, it's a cool one. It's cool." And I was like, "Yeah, she's getting new shoes," or I like said something like that. And he was like, "Oh yeah, of course it's a she. She looks great. She looks great in her new shoe." Blah blah. And then immediately like went into talking about his giant ranch that he had and stuff like that. And I was just like smiling with a nice smile, making eye contact.
Sure. Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just so easy. I don't know. I feel like it's different. Somebody's got an NRA hat is different than the rest of the people in the world.
Yeah. They're flexing it, man.
Yeah.
They're showing it. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how.
I swear
How
to
to
God,
feel about-
if somebody's wearing an NRA hat and you say, "I like your hat," I swear to God, they'll come in their pants. I'm not kidding. They would love it
Well,
so
they
much.
they must be more naive than me because I would think they're being sarcastic if someone said that to me. Like, even if they said it as nice as possible, I'd be like.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe if I was an old married man and didn't know you and you said that, then yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I would annoy you.
Yeah.
Because that's. Honestly, I feel like that's why everyone wants everything remote now. Because physical presence is just annoying. Like, being in public, in general, is just, like, great.
Yeah.
Like, after pandemic, I swear, everybody remembered how much they liked just being at home. They're like, oh, yeah, this is why I don't go out.
Yep.
Like, every time I have an inkling, I'm like, oh, I need to go out, do something, be more social out there, and then I'm just like, oh, yeah, now I remember why I don't fucking like that shit.
Yeah.
But,
I kind of want to be left alone.
yeah, well, yeah. Luckily, that's never a problem for me in public. It's pretty easy to put on a leave me alone face, and people will.
Yeah.
But then you can't win, because someone will be like, how are you doing? What's wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Something
can
going
you,
on
yeah,
with you.
can you not read my face? Like, I'm smiling on the inside.
Don't
Fuck
approach
off.
me.
That would be funny. Don't even approach me. Just immediately jump down someone's throat. Oh man, what did you want to talk about with the Raised by Wolves thing? Just
I
in
was gonna
general.
make a biblical reference to something we're talking about. Oh, not eating hooved animals. I was gonna touch this,
That's right.
but I don't know.
Yeah. something like that.
That's a biblical thing.
Yeah, I think the expression is like, it's a kosher thing. Yeah. Animals that chew their cud.
Animals that what?
Chew their cud, you know?
What does that mean?
You ever see cows just going, like, with no
What's a
rest or
cud, though?
anything? That's like
Oh, a cud is like nothing?
It's like their, like, gums, kind of. Oh, partly digested food returned from the first stomach of ruminants.
They're
to
fucking
the mouth.
vomit?
Yeah, because don't they have, like, more than one stomach?
I know a cow does. A cow has
Yeah.
like 5, right? Or
Well,
maybe just
I
2.
think that's what they were saying, is, like, only animals that...
Oh, it's a bunch of cows.
Because, like,
thrown
I
up.
guess the idea is, like, they've digested their...
And then they spit it back up
better?
to chew it again.
I guess.
I did not know that that's what the saying was.
Yeah,
I
chew
thought
their
it was.
cud.
I thought it was hoofed animals. I didn't know it
Yeah.
was.
Well, yeah, it says pigs are not kosher because...
They have
cloven
hooves,
hooves, yeah, cloven
but
hooves.
do not chew their cud.
Right.
But cows.
Cows do, and they don't have the slit in their hoof or whatever. Isn't that what cloven? I mean, I can't even spell hoof. Yeah.
Hoof.
And
Hoof.
hoof. Oh yeah, and something about what's another good one? Jeez,
You're like not supposed to eat shrimp either. Did you
yeah,
know in
that's
the-
pretty old school. I don't know how many people actually choose. Yeah. Yeah, they can't eat cheese on meat
It's gotta be like separate.
because like they say,
It can't touch the meat.
yeah, because they say like something about like milk mother, I forget you cannot boil a calf in its mother's milk. You
Oh,
can't consume other dairy products with beef. Yeah, dude.
That's a gross way to put it, but
Yeah.
I guess that's honest.
Yeah. I never thought about it that way until Dylan told me about that shit. Because
Oh, he's
I'd,
Jewish.
I'd make fun of him and be like, can you even eat this stuff, dude?
He's like, actually, no, I can't.
No, he told me he tries to be kosher, but he doesn't really think it's super important. But this place, I want to go to both of these places so bad.
Jew boy.
Yes.
I accidentally hit
How
on
do I always
Dylan
just
one
start
time.
talking about food?
That was really inappropriate, and I did not mean to.
What happened?
So, at the Halloween party, I think about this all the time because it was so not what I meant, but I know that everybody heard it in a different way. So I said something like, what did I say? He had like brought him and his weird friend. First of all, his fucking friend was...
Hey, he's a nice guy,
Okay, his
No,
weird
shit,
friend
no.
can fuck off. He
Yeah.
made fun of Bubba because he was too fat. And
What a monster.
yeah, and I feel like, you know, he's almost 10 years old. He's living his best life. He's doing the best that he can. He's being a good boy. Don't make fun of him.
Yeah.
And then at the Halloween party, he was like talking about him like he was really morbidly obese and he didn't take care of him good enough or whatever he was saying. I don't know whatever he was saying. I was kind of drunk, but I was like pissed off because I heard him saying these things about Bubba. And so I was mad because Bubba's my baby, obviously.
Yeah.
And so then Dylan was leaving with this fucking guy, and they had brought chips, and I didn't open the chips. So I was like, take your fucking chips, you pieces of shit. And it was like, and he was like, no, we brought those for you guys. And I was like, okay, I'll keep them for you, Dylan. But I was like trying to slight his friend, but it ended up coming out weirdly sexual towards Dylan.
That's great.
And so I was like, all right, I'll keep them for you, Dylan, but only for you.
And you think that's how you read it?
Yeah, I think he probably was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Was she trying to hit on me?
Okay.
While I was leaving her Halloween party?
That is hilarious.
But really I was trying to be mean to his
Yeah.
friend because I was like, I'm not gonna fucking think about you, you piece of shit.
Well, so he didn't even know you're mad at that guy? That was you trying to let him know I didn't like what you said?
Yeah. But I didn't have an opportunity to be like,
Oh, yeah.
hey, fuck
You
you
just
for
overheard
saying
it,
what you
kinda.
said
Yeah.
about my dog, you piece of shit. Because he was making jokes about him and laughing about him. He made Con the butt of his jokes for 10 minutes straight.
That's funny.
And it hurt my feelings, and so I tried to say that. And it didn't come out the way I intended.
Yeah.
It. And they were walking out the door, so I couldn't go back and be like, hey, just so you know, I'm not trying to fuck you, I'm just trying to say fuck him.
Hey, man, I mean, don't worry about it. I crack jokes at them. I told them...
It ended up not okay, but...
I told them Jews are just well-read Italians. I was roasting them, so don't worry about it. Because I knew that they would, I knew that they,
What's the
clearly
other one?
Alex is just trying to be ridiculous.
Was the other one Jewish?
Yeah, they both are.
That other guy?
Yeah. With the long hair.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
He's overweight too. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about the dog for.
I couldn't really tell.
He gained... Well, he didn't look like that.
I didn't know his name. But
He didn't look like that at all before. But, COVID happened and all that.
Yeah.
Whatever. We can excuse. Yeah, but I'm just making a point. Don't make fun of the dog, dude.
Yeah.
You could lose a few pounds
fun
too.
Of my dog.
Yeah. It's a dog. Yeah.
But anyway,
it is
thought
like
about that a lot since
That's
October
so
because
funny.
that was really uncomfortable. Because at the time I was like, yeah, fuck him. And then I woke up the next morning and I was like, oh, I bet they probably didn't. That didn't land the way I wanted it to
That's
land.
so funny. Yeah, dude. Damn it, there was one that makes you think of this one question of what is worse? But I might have lost it. Have you seen Skins on Netflix? That's not what I was going to ask, but my boss told me to ask about it because apparently it's really
Is that
fucked up.
Is it a vulgar teenage, how...
It's a movie.
Oh, okay.
Are you thinking of Euphoria?
No. I thought that Skins was like Euphoria.
Oh, I don't know. I know it is something about younger people.
Have you watched Euphoria?
I watched
really good.
one episode.
I think it's really good.
That
I'm into it.
That show's just not made for me.
So
I don't know if it's good or bad.
I was definitely like the main character as I was growing up. Just having a problem with drugs and exploring drugs.
Maybe I should take a second look at it because I say it's not made for me, but the guy I work next to, Juan, he's in his 40s and he likes the show. He watched the whole thing, and I was making fun of him. What are you doing watching that, Juan? It's I'm too old for that show.
Yeah.
And I'm the enemy in the world of Euphoria. I don't know anything about the show, but isn't it kind of about people on the margins of high school or whatever? Or is it?
Yeah.
Or is it?
It is.
Or is it like
about
everybody
younger
in high
kids.
school? Is
It's
it-
about it is about like a lot of different types of people in high school. I don't know. I felt like I identified with it quite a bit just because of the way the drug scene is perceived, because it seems so innocent on the outside, but I personally got myself into some really fucked up situations that you
Sure.
like don't think about. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just felt familiar
Yeah.
to be able to watch it and not feel like I was like super weird
Yeah.
because I went through that, you know?
I mean, that's where it all starts. Is from an innocent place, like a good place of just wanting to have fun or wanting to fit in or
Yeah.
whatever, and then you like are in the spot and you're just like who the fuck am I now?
Yeah, how did I get here?
Yeah, how am
This
I
is
here?
crazy.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I should take another look at it. I guess I've just been watching.
It's kind of weird because there's a lot of like weird sex scenes, and you're like, these are like high school kids.
Yeah,
And I'm
that
like,
kind of
"No,
was-
This is
yeah.
this is not cool. It doesn't feel
I-
cool.
I haven't watched the clip, but I saw this podcast I listened to was just like the cast of Euphoria is too hot.
Yeah,
And I was like, I'm not going to click on this,
Yeah.
but that might be a good point.
it
But
puts you in a weird spot.
I mean, they're all adults, so right? The
Yeah.
actors, they have
Yeah.
to be like
yeah,
according
they're
to
all
law.
like 20 plus.
You
kids,
got,
so.
yeah. Well, that's the classic Hollywood, like James Vanderbeek playing like.
Yeah. So Maud Apatow is
Judd Apatow's daughter.
yeah, and
Yeah.
she's
Oh, she's in the show.
she's one of the main characters in the second season.
Oh,
Not in the
gotcha.
first season, but in the second season, and she is really good.
Well, I'm
Like,
not surprised. She's been acting a
exceptionally
long
good.
time.
Yeah,
And
she was in like
her
This
mom,
Is 40.
her mom, Leslie Mann, is a legend. She's
Yeah.
good in everything I've seen her in.
Yeah.
Super funny. Yeah, she was in This Is 40. She's a bunch of that movie. I watched a clip of that the other day. Strangely enough, where she was like bullying that kid. It's like, you look like a miniature Tom Petty. Like that show was actually
Yeah.
really funny. And then they go to a school meeting and like gaslight the principal.
Mm-hmm.
And that lady's just like, these people are fucking psychos, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Like, that's always how it goes. Like, the rational person flips out because they've had enough, and now they look like the crazy one. When,
Yep.
Like, really, these quiet psycho parents are the ones that are pieces of shit.
I've realized you got to play the game. You can't be the rational one.
You really do.
You
It
gotta
sucks.
play the game.
Yeah,
It really does
it
suck because you
sucks.
want everything to be fair and perfect and idealistic, and you just want to live your life and do what's right and follow the rules and do what's fair.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't. You gotta play
Yeah,
the game.
you gotta play the game. No
You
matter
gotta
what
play
you
the
do.
game or you're out.
No matter what you do, either.
Yep.
You're just like having to participate because what are your options really?
Yep.
Go be a fucking monk in a temple?
Yep.
Nobody wants to do that.
Yeah, because if you try to play fair and expect everyone to treat you fair just because it's fair for the sake of being fair, you fucking get shat on.
Yeah. I mean, it's run over or get run over.
Yep.
Like
It
it
kind
sucks.
of is, honestly.
Like,
I mean, you don't
obviously
still have to
you-
run over,
Yeah.
but
Obviously,
definitely gotta be playing the
yeah,
game.
you want to be. You don't want to be cruel to other people or anything
Right.
like that, but you have to like set some lay down the line, set those boundaries, like in the workplace, relationships, family, whatever. Like, and that's the only way like things are gonna work out
Yeah.
is if you're both playing the game. Like you said, not playing, you're out.
Yeah, for instance, like
Yeah.
the tire thing yesterday when I had to go get my tires done, I was exhausted. I fucking did not want to walk into the tire shop
Sure.
with a smile. I wanted to be
Yeah.
like,
You don't
"I
even
need
wanna
my
be at a
tire
freaking-
changed."
yeah, you don't even
like,
wanna be
just
there
change
at
my
all.
tire.
Yeah.
Don't be a dick. Change my tire. I'm gonna pay you to change my tire. Just
Yeah.
change the fucking tire.
Easiest job in the world,
But
but it's gonna take 2 hours.
yeah, but if you walk in with a smile, you say, "Oh my gosh, my tire is like fucked up. I don't know what to do." You play the game. You get special treatment. You get things done.
you get yours done in 1.5 hours rather than 2 hours.
Yep.
You know. So it's like, sometimes it's exhausting to play the game,
Yeah.
but sometimes it's worth it.
Yeah, like we had this lady come in to work today, and I mean, who knows how much she was like, I don't want to say malingering, that's not the right word. Maybe exaggerating, like, how stressed she was
Okay.
to get, like, a sooner appointment for her daughter.
Okay.
But, you know, that's kind of one of those things. I'm like, okay, I get it. You're in here, you took off work, so you didn't want to go through the normal system, so you pulled up.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. That's fine. That's better than you leaving
Yeah.
voicemails over and over, demanding we call you.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, she's really
The
trying to
pressure
push,
in
like,
person is
yeah,
a
she's
lot.
trying to push, no, it has to be sooner. It has to be sooner. And I'm like, there just isn't anything. I can't change that. I was like, if something does change, we can reach out to you. But right now, you talking to me, like, you know, and I get it, but I guess I'm just skeptical of some people. I'm like, you're trying to get something done sooner than it usually does. And
Yeah.
that's fine.
It feels
And
fake.
she was like acting like she was gonna cry. Is
Yeah.
the thing. Like
Ugh,
acting really.
That's cringe.
Yeah, exactly. Like acting like kind of like, oh, I'm so pathetic. Just like telling me like
Yeah.
all this story, and like
Yeah, you can't.
I was just
You can't go in the negative
No.
stance.
no, I was
If you're
just.
gonna play the game, you gotta be on the positive stance always.
You're exactly
If
right
you
about
can't
that.
be neutral, you gotta stay positive.
Yeah.
If you push negative,
Right. I was doing
Everyone's
the
gonna
neutral
feel
and
it.
just
Yeah.
not responding, not reciprocating those like random emotional stories. I'm just like,
yeah, that's.
but dude,
rough.
work does make you just cold.
Yeah.
Or just interacting with people in general that aren't
Yeah.
like, that you don't really care about. You just get
Yeah.
a little bit cold, but
You have to interact
It's a necessary
with more people
thing.
than I do in a day too. You have to interact
oh,
with a lot
it's
of people.
I'm so
I
behind.
interact
I'm
with
so
the same
behind
5
right now.
people every week, and then maybe next
Right.
week it'll be the same 4 people plus a different person.
Oh yeah.
So I don't really have to interact with a ton of people. I don't have to put on that face unless I need to get something done, like
Mm-hmm.
my tires changed or something like that.
Yeah. Well, services, yeah, everybody is screwed there
Yeah.
because it's just that's the way things are done, and
Yeah.
you're just
And if you can, honestly though, if you can
SOL.
come into an environment like a place where tires are getting changed,
yeah,
and you can bring a positive influence and bring something positive into the place where you're asking for something, you're much more likely to get it.
Yeah,
Because I don't mean
you're
to make
exactly
it seem
right.
like I don't mean to make it seem like
I mean-
I'm going in and playing everybody, but if I can
No,
come in
yeah.
and make everybody feel good and be like, you guys, there's the whole hero, everybody's a hero in their own story.
Sure.
If you can make everybody feel like they're a hero if
Yeah.
they change your tires,
everyone's the main character in their
exactly.
story. Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
you're
you're
doing
totally right.
everyone a favor.
Yep, that is a very, what do you call it? Where people work together for the greater good.
Maybe community
Um,
minded.
No, it'll come to me later.
Okay.
But yeah.
I think I got
What's
to a
up?
point
Well,
in
what,
my life
what's
where I was-
crushing is when you do bring that positive shit and like you're not getting anything.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Then you're
That
just like
definitely
bummed. You're
happens
just
too.
like
That
I just
happens
put
too.
all that energy in
Yeah.
to my
I
performance.
came in with a smile that I didn't want
yeah,
to fucking
and they
smile.
just didn't
and
give me
they,
anything. Yeah.
they didn't eat it up.
Yeah. So then you're like
Like,
indifferent.
I'm gonna burn this fucking place down. Fuck all of you.
Yeah.
Give me my car back, you piece of
That's right.
shit.
You have to go completely other end. You have to be unhinged You go unhinged, dog.
I'm gonna murder
Dude,
all of your
I told you.
families.
I told
I
you.
hope all of you die
Oh,
today.
dude.
Give me my fucking keys back, you
Give 'em
pieces of
back.
shit.
You didn't do shit for me. You didn't even try. Yeah. Yeah, I told you I like got thrown out of Little Caesars, right?
No.
Yeah, well-
if you told me that, I definitely
Okay.
forgot.
All right. No, I probably didn't because it's embarrassing. But hey, you know, I'm learning more and more. You're just gonna get embarrassed. That's just part of life.
Please tell me.
Yeah,
how you got
so-
kicked out of this.
Yeah. Well, I freaking like liked the hot and readies during COVID.
as one does.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's right down the street.
Mm-hmm.
It's 3-minute drive,
Yeah.
and I like the little pizza portal because you don't have to interact with anybody.
Okay.
It's already paid for. I don't want to pay for delivery.
Pizza portal.
I feel bad not tipping a delivery driver, but I don't really have the money to just tip everybody that you know.
Yep. Okay.
So it's like, oh, just go pick it up yourself. You just hit the code, you take it, you're done. So like, yeah, that's a great service, right? Like,
yeah.
you don't even have to like, because half the time you go and they're like, it'll be 1 minute, and they like
Yeah.
don't even
And the
collect
pizza's,
payment. It's
like,
like, dude,
already
the
ready.
pizza's done. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just here to pay, and that's it. But yeah, I took it, and like, it was not done at all. Like,
Ugh.
not done, and like also not cut at all. And
do a whole pizza.
I took
You're
the,
like cutting
I-
yourself, you piece
I
of
took
shit.
yeah, I took the pizza out, and I got a bad pizza the last time I went. Right?
Okay.
And I shouldn't get mad because I know about the restaurant
Yeah.
business.
Yeah.
But it was the second time, and the first time it happened, I had already gotten home, and I was just like, God damn it.
Yeah.
These people suck.
Yeah.
These people starving and working this horrible job. I hate them. When I could have just made something myself instead of trusting a business.
Yeah.
And like, so yeah, this time I checked. I was like, I'm checking this fucking shit before I go.
Yeah.
And, I had like 240s before I went and picked it up. Of course. So I'm inebriated. Yeah. And not having a good day. And that was kind of like the last straw type of moment, right? Because it's like 8:30.
Not
And
having a good day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was just like too tired to even cook for myself. I was like, I'm just going to get this
Yeah.
because I just want to eat and go to bed
Yeah,
and
yeah.
start the next day.
Yeah.
And yeah, I took it and I was like, y'all need to fix this. And just like threw it on the table. And they're like, what's wrong with it, sir? And I was like, they didn't even open it. I was like, I'll open it for you. This is fucked up. And like, they're like, okay. And they took it back and all they did was cut it. And I was like, no. Y'all need to make a new one.
It needs to also be cooked.
And
please.
yeah, and they would not do it. They wouldn't do it. And so I started to be like, this is fucking bullshit. Like raising my voice and like posturing, like wagging my finger at them and being like, y'all, like, I was doing the Polly Walnuts point. And that's what I'm really, when I start pointing like this at people with the two fingers, that's when shit's really going down. So I'm like, this is now, like making faces and oh my god, just acting a fool. And the girl was just like processed a refund and handed me a card. Was like, you're getting a refund, you're not getting a pizza. And I was like, no, you're making my pizza. Like,
You're gonna give me my goddamn pizza.
Yeah, like over a freaking $5 pizza. Like a horrible American. Yeah, and I was like, no, you're doing it. And she's like, sir, I'm calling the cops. Like, just got on the phone. And like, I was so desperate that I started talking to other people in the store, other customers, like, this is fucking bullshit, man. Like,
Help me get my pizza.
Yeah, have my side.
Are you pissed for
yeah,
me?
aren't
Come
you
on.
pissed too? Yeah, people
Your
just
pizza sucks too, right?
quietly disturbed by the unhinged man going off about pizza. Yeah, and it's all about optics. Like, I look horrible. They're like, who is this
amazing.
300-pound man screaming at employees? Yeah. So I haven't been back since then because I was just so embarrassed. I was just like, God, how did I bring myself to that point?
That's amazing.
Oh, yeah,
You
it was
definitely
great.
didn't tell me that story.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I wish it was on camera. I wouldn't, I mean, I don't think I'd want to watch it myself, but I'd be like, you just watch this.
Yeah.
I'm too embarrassed to even watch it, but you can.
It happens. It happens to
Oh,
the best
it
of
does.
us.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just, that's what I mean, is I didn't bring the positive at all. At all. It was already going to be fucked. Because it was fucked last time, and I was
Yeah.
like, it's going to be fucked this time, too.
Yeah. Yeah. It happens.
Yeah. Oh,
You can't always bring the positive.
no.
Yeah.
Some you win, some you lose, right?
Yeah.
No big deal. It's like, okay, well, I'll be better next time, I guess. Fuck.
At a
fucked up
different
there.
Domino's,
Yeah.
though. I'm not going back to
Oh.
that one.
No. Well, it made me mad because Little Caesar's such a good deal. But they're probably not even working there anymore. That was like a year
Yeah.
ago now.
Yeah, it's
Year
not
and
the
a
same
half.
kids.
Yeah.
It's not the same kids for sure.
No.
Yeah.
The turnover's got to be insane.
Yeah.
At Little
It's
Caesars
like
during
every-
COVID, there were,
It's every
and
3
then when I
months.
put it
Yeah.
together in my mind, there was literally 2 people in there.
Yeah.
The whole place is packed with customers.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
It is what it is.
yeah, exactly. Don't.
You did the best you could.
I got a refund.
There
At
you
least
go.
I got that. So,
There you go.
yeah, dude. It's just fun flipping out sometimes.
Yeah.
It's such a release.
Yeah.
Like,
I've
I'm just
flipped
glad
out.
I've never gotten violent flipping out. Like that would suck. Like people that really had bad childhoods or have
Mm-hmm.
real that's just it could happen to anybody if they got
Okay.
too worked up and
Okay, well, it's happened to me, so let's not.
No, I'm just saying that happens too, obviously, all the time.
Yeah.
But oh wait, no, I actually did hit somebody this weekend.
You hit somebody?
As a joke, but I hit him a little too hard. I was trying to make a joke about uppercutting him.
As a
It doesn't make any sense.
It was
no.
a joke.
No, he was cool.
I hit him, but it was.
No, it's my boss's boyfriend. And he came in and he was just like, "What's up? What's up, party animal?" He was totally cool about it. He's like, "Oh yeah, I tell you fucking hit me, Alex. You remember that?" And I was like, "I hit you." And he's like, "Yeah."
Oh, you didn't remember it? Oh,
No,
that's good.
no.
That's good.
He was like, "Yeah, you're trying to play a joke on me, and then you
Yeah,
fucking
block it
uppercutted
out.
me." Yeah,
Yeah.
block it out.
Block it out.
That's
There's
healthy.
no need for that to be in your
Oh
psyche.
no, he was super nice. Yeah, he was like, no big deal, dude. But yeah,
Thank God.
no, yeah. Well, I mean,
Because he didn't hit him.
if it would have been bad, I
Chip
would have.
his tooth or something.
Yeah, I mean, if that happened, I would have went to jail, and that's that. So whatever, right? But that didn't happen.
The
So
universe didn't call for that.
No.
For you.
no, I'm sure
That
he was like, it was an accident, dude. And he was like, and plus you had a bitch anyway.
Okay.
He obviously was not worried,
Okay.
but.
Good.
Yeah, dude. I guess when I meant violence, I meant straight aggravated assault. It's these videos we're watching.
Yeah.
These beheading videos and all this death and gore. I swear.
One of my favorite memories of me and Rustin is he had to wake up early and get to Dallas, and this is before we had kids. And I worked at the bar
So from
the night
Midland,
before.
yeah,
from
yeah.
Midland to Dallas. So I worked at the bar the night before, and I was exhausted. And he woke me up early, and he wasn't being super sweet to me. He was just being a normal person, hey, we need to get in the car, we gotta go. Not being sweet. I threw the biggest fit of my entire life. He was like, you can bring your pillows and your blankets, but you need to get in the car because you have to go to sleep. You know, you can sleep in the car, it's fine. Just bring your stuff. You gotta get in the car. Get in the car.
Yeah.
And then I got to the car and the car was locked. I threw pillows onto the gravel of the street over and over until he got back with the keys. And I remember that to this day as one of my most violent fits that I've ever. I was so
That's
mad
great.
that I took my own pillow and hit the street with it at 9 o'clock in the morning.
And somebody was watching you just like you watched that kid.
There was definitely somebody watching me because I was like,
What is this crazy lady doing?
fucking door! And hitting
Oh, that's
the
great.
street with my pillow.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Just,
I've
just for not being sweet enough.
Yeah.
That's
Don't
funny.
wake me up early and not be sweet to me. I mean,
Well,
what do you expect?
I remember, like, yeah, before I worked for Rustin and I was at Starbucks, like, you know, he's there every morning.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, one time he was trying to get, like, those traveler things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think for his mom or something. And, like, yeah, he's always, like, super laid back and cool, not, like, holding me to do my job. And he was like, I told him, I was like, it's going to take a while to make that. And I was like, it's not because of me, it's because water literally needs to go through coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And you want, like, 5 gallons of that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a minute. And he's like, just get started. Like, just direct through. Yeah, he's like, just get started right now. Yeah. Like, treat me like a regular employee. And I was like, okay. Right? And I started going. He's my friend. So,
Just
like,
get started.
yeah. So I start,
Just get started, you fucking
I put some,
asshole.
yeah, I put
You
some
piece
stuff
of
off.
Shit.
No,
Get
I
the
mean,
coffee
that's not how I
going.
took it. I know he didn't actually mean it that way. But yeah, I started going, and then he's just like, "It's taking so long, man." Like, I was like, "What?"
Oh my god!
Yeah, he's like, "I gotta get going," and I'm like, "I know you do. I know you gotta get going."
Why don't you get the stick out of your ass?
Yeah, no,
you
it was just,
fuckhead.
it was so funny because then as soon as I'm done, he was like super nice. Thanks, man. Really appreciate it. You got that, like, yeah.
What
So
a
it's
dickhead.
it's funny. Don't worry. I got just as mad for Rustin not being sweet to me. I was pissed.
Yeah.
I was like, I just like
Fucking
went into the back area.
Rush me to get my
Yeah, bro.
fucking pillow in
Don't
the
rush
car?
me. It's 7.
Fuck you.
It's 7:30. There's only 2 of these in this whole town.
Yeah.
It's busy. You should have called.
You piece of shit.
No, I just thought that was so funny that I was just like, how dare you?
Oh, in an
If it was-
argument, I threw a banana.
Yeah, if it was
at him one
anybody
time.
else, I wouldn't have cared. I'd be like, I get it. You're in a rush. It
Yeah.
just literally has to come through the spout. That's
Yeah.
why it's taking long.
Yeah,
But yeah.
yeah. I threw a banana at his head so hard that I hoped the banana would kill him in the moment. And okay, so I
Wait,
was
was it
in
you?
the car.
Was it you that threw a water bottle at Rustin?
I
don't think so.
I don't think I threw a water bottle.
No, that was.
I've
Never
thrown,
mind. I won't say who that was.
I threw a coffee cup at him one time. I threw a banana at him, and then I threw.
banana.
I threw something else at him. I want to say it was a different coffee cup, but I don't know. But whenever I threw the banana at him, I was so mad, and I threw it so hard, and I was like in the outside of my car.
That would.
That I hit
kind
my
of hurt.
windshield and I jammed my finger in the process.
Dude, jamming your
And
finger
I was
friggin'
equally
hurts.
as mad
Yeah.
about that because it swelled up immediately. It was so
Yeah.
fat and it hurt really bad. When I threw the coffee cup at him, it like shattered and I threw it so hard it turned into dust when it hit the wall.
I
was so mad.
I always love that in movies. I feel like that's like that's in so many like TV shows and
That's
movies.
because
Of
that
people
happens in
yeah,
real
it's
life.
like yeah, clearly.
I'm trying to make
You're
my
not
coffee,
the only person I've
and
heard.
you're
Yeah,
being an asshole.
yeah, dude, that's so funny.
Yeah, for sure. That happens.
Yeah. Oh, that makes me think of. Did you ever watch Flavor of Love?
Yes. I was just okay. I was just watching a follow up about Pumpkin. Do you remember Pumpkin?
Yeah, she spit on New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Immediately after the show, she became a substitute teacher.
Oh yeah, there was some kid
Yeah.
that was like,
Exactly.
yeah,
It
my
was
boss
like-
sent me that. That's funny.
Hilarious.
Because we were talking about that for some reason.
like
Well, we were talking about how
recently
because I was like reality TV, like was in the golden years.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
back when we were like around
2000,
high school-ish.
2010.
Yeah, like Road Rules and Real World
Yeah.
and Flavor of Love and Rock of Love and all those crazy VH1 shows were
Yeah.
just insane. I mean, who knows what reality TV's like now? I'm told I should watch it though.
It's kind of like,
Kind of played out.
I don't know, it's different.
I mean, it was a different time then. I feel like people would get away with a lot more.
predictable.
Yeah,
man.
people
You didn't
would get
know
away
what
with
was
more
gonna happen.
crazy shit. Yeah.
What was
But-
Rock of Love? Rock of
Yeah, it
Love
was Bret Michaels.
was so unpredictable. What was that
It
fucking
was.
guy gonna do? It was way unpredictable.
What did Bret Michaels do?
Yeah.
He's the
I
lead
mean,
singer of Poison.
No, I know who he
Oh.
was. I'm just saying he like wasn't predictable as far as
No.
the women he was choosing.
No, not
The
at
women
all.
that were
That
on the
is true.
show. Like
Yeah,
I
the like
had no idea what was coming. Every
what
every
what did
episode.
he give them if they survived elimination?
It was like a bandana.
Yeah, it was something weird. Yeah, it was
A
something
bandana
really
like
funny.
He had.
Yeah, he I heard like interviews of him like more recently and he was just like, that was just a huge party for me. He's like, that was just me just fucking a lot of whores.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
the way he puts it.
That
you
makes
know?
sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
So that's how he was selecting. So it was
definitely
unpredictable.
was into that,
The
yeah.
personality, how they got along.
He probably fucked
Yeah.
everybody
He-
on
that's what he said.
100%.
That's what he said. He was like, just
100%.
VH1 just gave me these women, and I signed up for every season.
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
he's
Yeah.
from the '80s. A rock
Yeah.
star is like. Can you imagine what those people got away with?
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Like,
Crazy as
yeah,
shit.
who would want to be famous anymore?
Yeah. It's
You
not,
can't
it's
get
not
away
nearly
with-
as fun as it
Yeah,
used to
you
be.
can't get away with crimes.
Yeah. I can't
Fuck
rape
that.
all these
Yeah.
women.
What's the point of being rich and famous then?
Fuck this. I'm
Yeah.
out. I'm gonna go be a plumber.
Oh man, yeah. But I was thinking of like getting violent because I thought I think it was season 2. Like New York got like hit with flowers,
Oh, yeah.
and she's like, "This is fucking bullshit. All I did was hit her with some fucking flowers. They don't hurt." Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought that was so
Flowers
funny.
do hurt. If you hit me with some
They got
flowers,
they give you
I'm
a
gonna
rash.
if you hit me with some flowers, oh
Dude.
yeah, you're done for.
Yeah, I think I'd rather get slapped than somebody just
Yeah.
throwing flowers at me. But I just thought that was so funny. She's like, for some fucking flowers. Hit you with flowers?
Yeah.
Bitch doesn't hurt.
Flavor of Love went on for like a long
Oh,
time. Right?
he
Didn't it
he
go
made
like
a killing.
3 seasons?
Yeah, he made a killing at that show. And
He was
apparently he
nobody
fucked it all
before
up too.
that show. He was nobody
He
before that show.
no, I mean he.
I know he was part of like Wu-Tang Clan or whatever, but
You really don't
he
know
was
who
like,
he is.
he not part of Wu-Tang Clan?
You're close. It's Public Enemy. He was the
I was
hype.
gonna say Menace to
minute. How he was part of a movie with Wesley Snipes.
Society.
Yeah.
But
No,
anyway,
close.
No, but
Same
still,
era.
He's like the least memorable.
He had a clock.
Person.
That's
He
why
had a
people
clock.
knew who he was.
He had a clock.
He was the hype man. He didn't even have lyrics.
Yeah.
He would just be
Play
like,
the
"Here we
play."
go.
Yeah.
But now you sing." Like
Yeah.
that was his whole thing.
Your turn.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. He's a hype man. And then he was on Surreal Life or something like that, and met like an ex supermodel, and then they had a show.
So that was on Flavor of Love. Whenever he met
Yeah.
the ex supermodel, and then that Janice bitch with the white hair.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
know what I'm talking about?
She was like European, and
she
had
was super
shorter
tall.
hair,
She was
very
like
tall,
she was like a foot taller.
very
than him.
yeah.
And then they had their own
Yeah,
show.
They had their own show, and then
because
Flavor
they
of
were
Love.
so crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good times, man.
Yeah.
That's so funny. That
That's definitely.
that
good
shows how
vibes.
popular that show
Yeah.
was, because everyone I asked, they're like, "Oh yeah, I remember that."
Yeah.
Flavor Flav.
Yeah, you say Flavor Flav, everybody knows now.
Yeah, they
It's
know.
only because of that show.
They know the show.
Yeah.
They know Pumpkin
Yeah.
in New York,
Yeah.
and then she got a fucking show.
Yeah, and then what was the girl? The girl that ended up winning?
The basketball girl,
No, not Hoops.
Hoops.
Not Hoops. Hoops didn't win. The white-haired girl won. The ex-supermodel.
She was before all that. She was before Flavor of Love.
Nuh-uh.
They had a show,
No
and then
way.
they broke up.
No way.
Yeah, they had a show, and they had 2 seasons, and then they broke up, and then Flavor of Love started. Because
No
he was
way.
like, yeah,
You're lying.
100%.
You're lying.
100%.
There is no way anybody dated
Hey.
Flavor Flav before that show.
No. Hold on. Yeah, it was like Bridget or something, right?
Bridget is her name, for sure.
I clearly had no life after I got home after football. What's funny is I like watch this with my friend Steven.
This is important. Flavor Flav,
Yeah,
Bridget.
we'd be like, we're eating mac and cheese and watching Flavor of Love. And
Yeah.
then I watched Sober House, and that was funny.
Sober House? I didn't watch Sober House.
Or Celebrity Rehab,
I didn't watch that either.
Strange Love.
Are you younger than I am, Alex?
I just turned 31,
Okay.
so I'm older than you, right?
Yeah.
Like, by a
Like
couple months.
way older
Yeah.
than me. What an old man. Bridget Nelson. Or is it Nielsen?
Strange Love.
Strange Love.
That's what the show was. 2006.
It was
to
one season,
2008.
11 episodes.
Right. Strange Love. That was the show.
Strange Love in 2005.
Okay. And then.
Man, VH1 was pumping them
Dude.
out for a while.
And they're like a shell of what they. I mean, I don't even have cable, but. 2006.
Strange Love was 2000.
2006.
No way.
Yeah, episodes. 2005.
No
And then
way.
they split up, and then this became the spinoff show.
I didn't realize that. I thought that Bridget was on
Yeah, 2006.
Flavor of Love. And
No,
that's
she
how we
was
met
on
her,
it.
and
She
then
came. She came back as like a challenger. Like, he's like, guess what, ladies? There's a new woman coming, and it was her. And they did like an episode or two, where they were like,
no idea.
are they
I
gonna
did
get
not
back?
realize.
I
did
know
not
way too
realize.
much about Flavor of Love.
I totally thought you were full of shit. I gotta pee really quick. But I really didn't think that you knew what you were talking about on that one. I thought Bridget
Tell me.
definitely came during Flavor of Love.
But you know who Hoops got with, right? Shaq.
No.
Look
That
at that
picture is fake. There's no way that's real.
I've heard it's real. Look at him. That guy
She's
is
half
huge.
his size.
Dude. I mean, I'm sure I'd be like right here. He's that big. Yeah. So she did
Shaq
fine.
is one of my
She
favorite.
did a lot better than Flavor
Did
Flav
he have
for
a
sure.
Shaq? Did she have a Shaq baby,
Maybe.
or is that somebody else?
Oh, she broke up with Shaq. According to this thing. Yeah. But I always thought that was funny. It's like, damn. She ended up doing a lot better. That guy is a smart businessman.
Oh yeah.
He's in so many commercials and I don't know. Driven dude.
I've watched like Shaq. I don't know why, but Shaq interviews get like advertised to me on my
That's funny.
like all of my social media.
That's the
pages.
coolest bed. This bed is apparently huge.
He's had
It's the
like
biggest
the
bed in the world.
same house for like a really long time. He like doesn't
Yeah.
go through houses. He keeps the same house.
Is that a smart thing to do? Or
I don't know. I guess
I mean,
if that's
it
what he
depends
wants to
on-
do.
yeah.
It depends on his goals, I guess, but I don't know where his house is, but
Yeah, he's kept like the same house forever.
That's what's up. Oh,
He's
dude,
so wild.
I'm never gonna own a house.
do what?
I said I'm never gonna own a house.
Oh,
It's so ridiculous.
it's fucking really hard.
Yeah. It's I don't know. The future's gonna be like THX 1138.
Yeah.
Like everyone's just gonna be medicated, not own anything, and be happy.
Okay, I'll take it.
And while they watch machines do the jobs that they used to do.
Okay. Medicate me. I don't
And
give
that's-
a flying fuck.
That might be best case scenario,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
versus apocalyptic shit.
I had a
So like
Mexican,
maybe it won't be that bad.
I had a
I'm
Mexican.
trying to be hopeful.
I had one half of a Mexican tramadol one time, and I was like, "Oh yeah, they could give me this shit every day, and I'd be fine."
Dude,
It's
I
the,
do like tramadol.
It's the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
On top of everything, like, I'll take it every day. Give it to me every day. If I knew that I could physically survive
Yeah,
on a half a tramadol every day,
It's not good for your liver, they say.
no, fuck my liver.
But,
Honestly,
yeah.
if I can't own a house, fuck my liver. I'll survive. It'll be fine.
Dude, that's some old school, dog. Yeah, controlled something scheduled too, I think.
Yeah.
I don't see
Can
that.
cause respiratory distress. That's the
Yeah.
thing. You feel like you can't breathe.
I don't. Yeah. I don't see hardly anyone prescribe this as far as like
Yeah, I don't
mental
think they do.
health. No. They're gonna give you this.
In place of tramadol, you mean?
Well,
As far as
what they
mental?
would give if they would give you this. Seroquel.
I'll take it.
I took one of these, dog, and I almost fell asleep in the car driving. Yeah, the dose was really high, and I like stole it from somebody.
Oh yeah.
Because I heard in jail, this is like people trying to get Seroquels, and at the
Seroquels.
mental hospital, you would hear like
Because it just
people
helps
trying
you
to get-
relax and fall
Yeah.
asleep.
Well, it's a.
Yeah, I
It's
definitely
an
think I'm a
anti-
downers person.
It's an antipsychotic that's also used for bipolar and depression. So you're just like, yeah, it takes the edge off, kind of.
Yeah, I feel like I might be on the precipice of all of those things. So maybe
No,
That's
you're
perfect.
not going to get this. You're too old for that.
I might. I don't know.
No, once you pass like 25, you're more than likely in the clear. It's super rare.
I don't know. Does schizophrenia, if you have like delusions of grandeur, does that fall under the scope of schizophrenia?
Yeah, but it's more like I guess.
I'm definitely delusional on a lot
Delusions.
of different things.
Well, it's more you're psychotic than you're delusional. Like you're confused about reality, more so than like having big ideas or like, you know what I mean? That's more. Typically, that's more mood disorder type shit.
Okay.
But I'm not a doctor,
Okay.
as you know.
Well, maybe just bipolar and depression might be. Maybe not schizophrenia.
I don't know. Everybody's kind of on the spectrum with that, so
Right.
like, it's just like varying degrees of like, and it's a day-to-day thing. Like, people literally change every day.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, I'm definitely a fan of Tramp.
Okay.
Is my
Me
point.
too.
And
Okay,
of this,
so
I was like, if
apparently-
you like that, you like this too.
Immediately you were like,
there's-
let me tell you
yeah.
something.
Well, there's so many.
There's
yeah, in case
more.
you find one of those, it'd be like, probably don't take it, but you probably.
So apparently you can go like to Mexico and get these Tramadol over the counter for like $50. You can get 60 of them.
Get my passport right
And
now.
I had them. I had these for a long time. I had 60 of them, and I would take half of them for like period cramps. But I mean, if you take half of one in the morning
think
for your
I
period
heard-
cramps,
I heard about
you're
this.
out for the whole
Yeah.
fucking day.
I heard about
You're
this.
good for the day. They're very intense,
Yeah.
and they're not FDA approved, obviously.
Yeah, I want the Mexico one.
Yeah.
Screw the U.S. one.
Yeah. I wouldn't take a whole one though, because a half of one
Yeah,
would
just
fuck me
to
up for
be-
the entire day.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're good stuff. I honestly feel like I was able to control myself enough to where I only had a half of one every, like,
That's good.
like once or twice a month.
Sure.
I don't know. I felt like it was really helping me through life. If I could have two,
Well,
if
yeah,
I
if
could
you-
have one Tramadol a month that I have, I think I could make it all the way through life in
You just
my 90s.
you just need it to be PRN.
What does that mean?
Like you don't have you use it for like when needed,
Right.
not like every day,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
So if you're like able to just hold those, then you're probably good.
Yeah, I had a lot of
You know
them
what I
for
mean?
a really long time. Yeah.
I think
Well,
I
no,
might have
no,
gotten
I-
one of those.
Yeah, I've been
It's
out
possible.
for I've been out for a couple
Possible
months.
Aaron gave
I'm
me
thinking
one.
about going to Mexico.
Dude, I mean, I have a whole med cabinet at my work.
I mean, honestly,
And I
if
just
you
want to
can-
be like, I kind of want to eat some of these
Can I
and
have
see
some
what
of
they
these, please?
do. Oh,
I'm
no.
definitely interested for whenever
They-
ketamine becomes something that's more accessible.
I have somebody.
sure.
I have somebody for you already.
Yeah, I am definitely interested in that.
Lori
I've
Fox. You'd probably like her,
got- yeah.
but it's the most affordable for sure. Yeah, if you are interested, just let me or Aaron know,
I'm definitely interested.
or you can.
I think
you
that
can
there's
just
a couple
you
of
can just
things that
text
I can
us.
knock out that
Yeah.
would be beneficial
I
for my future.
thought about doing it until I asked like cost. I was just like, just how much would it cost? Because I'm on the fence. Whatever. I don't think it's necessary, but I think why not do something to potentially improve your life?
Uh-huh.
And I've always liked psychedelics.
Uh-huh.
Like, and she's still kind of ironing out like the new business and all that and the new office that they have. And she's
Yeah.
just like, she's like, I'm definitely down to help you out. And she's like, let's just say that would be your Christmas bonus. And so I was like, okay, I'll think about it.
Maybe I'll take it in cash.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll take my
Which
Christmas
may not have
bonus
been
in
the
cash,
situation,
please.
but she mentioned that, and I was like, oh, never mind. I kind of need that money more than tripping balls. I can trip balls for
Yeah.
$20.
We can go to Mexico
Yeah.
and get tramadol and
yeah,
we'll be fine.
I can get mushrooms and go to the woods
Yeah.
for. I mean, it's not going to be therapeutic. It is therapeutic in its own way.
I don't know. A part of me is like, don't talk to me while I'm figuring out my shit.
Yeah.
So, like, leave me alone. You can give me some street ketamine and then let me go to my bedroom.
I mean, it's
and
very common. And you know that there's like ketamine lotion and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to go the whole way.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like you should. Because
Like, deep dive into it?
they do injection.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. And you just
Where you like lose
rip
your
out.
mind.
Yeah, you I mean,
Honestly,
it's an
you
ego
lose your
death.
mind, yeah.
It's an ego death, and that's what's good. And you're in the hands of a healthcare professional that is prepared for any sort of emergency situation or panic attacks or whatever. I mean,
Right.
the worst thing that happen is and it's somebody you don't know too. So you're not going to be like, this is weird, like
Yeah.
it's somebody.
Yeah, it's
That
not
has
your
a nice
friend
vibe.
that has to
Yeah.
take care of you.
Yeah. And she has a very nice vibe and is super obviously a professional, but the worst thing that could possibly happen, because some people are like maybe afraid of like where their mind's gonna go, is like you might have mild anxiety tripping, which is
Yeah.
common, and then they'll just give you a Xanax, half a Xanax, and you'll come down and relax. You'll be
Yeah.
fine. And it also, like, I'll see people leave the office and they were just in there for like an hour, and they seem perfectly normal. They seem perfectly fine.
And they like drive their cars
Yeah,
home.
they drive their car home. So it's
That's definitely
it's
some
not
interesting
it's
stuff.
not like acid or mushrooms where it kind of
Yeah.
lasts for.
way too
forever.
long. Yeah.
I started to think it was never going to end when I
Yeah.
took acid.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm just like this now.
yeah. This is me.
Because it lasted 12
the new
hours. And it was good. I
My
got
first
really
acid trip,
lucky. Really
I probably
lucky.
spent 5 hours in front of a mirror. Just
You're not
staring
supposed to look
my-
at the
I
mirror.
know. Nobody told me that.
So wait, you're just like, just standing there for 5 hours?
I was like, I don't have the pictures now, but I was like taking pictures of myself. And I was like
That's so
standing like a
funny.
monkey, and then I was like standing on the counter, and then I was like up close to my face. So much.
Yeah.
There's a lot of-
Well, yeah.
I
You're
spent
tripping
a
out.
lot of time in front of the mirror,
That's funny.
for sure.
I like had the opposite. I was like sitting, like when it really was starting to peak.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God, like I was with Spencer and Aaron,
Nice.
and Spencer was just like, he's strong
He
tolerance.
seems like he's so chill.
Yeah, and he's so relaxed
Like,
and doesn't.
100%
Yeah,
chill
all
all
he
the
was
time.
doing was like, okay, now let's listen to this song, and like so he was like active enough to think somewhat, and so he was just like playing music and stuff like that, and I was sitting there for like 5 hours or what felt
Yeah.
like 5 hours, being like, I need to go to the bathroom, but how do I do that? I was tripping that fucking hard. I was like, all you gotta do is get up and just walk to the door, and you open the door, and just don't look in the mirror. Because, like, I was always told
Yeah.
that. And yeah, finally when I, like, worked up the nerve to use the restroom, yeah, I looked in the mirror, I was like, oh, it's fine.
It's fine.
This is fine.
I look a little bit weird,
Yeah.
but this is alright.
This is
Yeah,
fine.
nobody told me that.
The light is kind of hitting my skin weird, and it looks like I'm in a Harry Potter painting that's alive. That shit happened to me too. Like all the posters looked like the Harry Potter paintings, like they were moving and like
Yeah.
looking around.
So
That
my
that was
first
cool.
acid trip, I
And the
had
floor
moved in
was
with
like
a friend
this.
of mine, and she had the poster of God touching Adam. You know what I'm talking about?
Nice, yeah.
And
I
they're
know
like
exactly.
not quite touching.
Right.
And it was like the whole time they were like doing this and like about to touch. And I was like, God
Yeah,
damn it,
that's
just
great.
get there. Just touch.
That's so
a little
funny.
bit. And she was also like somewhat religious, so in the living room of our apartment, there had this like vine cross. And
Right, yeah,
they
yeah.
like turned into snakes and they were like just somewhat
Oh, that's pretty
wiggling.
cool.
So they like weren't super weird. I was never like tripped out to where I was scared, but
Yeah, I don't
but
think
also,
I don't think
never
fearful
told
was the
anybody that I was
right.
on acid.
Yeah. Okay, that would make me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I
I tell
definitely
people,
keeping
I'm
a
like,
secret.
just so you know.
I think I really liked that I was keeping a secret, though. It helped keep me calm.
Yeah,
like, this is
that's
my
true.
secret. This is okay.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. I felt like people
That's
would
funny.
like get in my face and be all crazy if they knew.
I mean, I understand that because, yeah, I remember like another time when one of Aaron's roommates was tripping and I was like visiting Baylor. So I was still like pretty innocent to like
Yeah.
how crazy it gets with the weed and the psychedelics and like his roommate rolled on was just like riding a little tricycle around their little apartment.
Oh
He just
my
kept going around and going, wee.
That would be
And
terrifying.
he would just be like, well, I wasn't tripping, he was.
yeah.
And
But even then,
he'd
it
roll
would be
by.
like, what the fuck
He'd roll
is
by and
weirdo
just be
doing?
like, what's up, Aaron's brother? And then he'd roll by again and be like, you want to do a G-Bone grip? And I was just like, yeah, man, sure, yeah, sounds good. Like,
my God.
I'm new, I'm
Yeah.
new. I don't know everybody. And after, like, hanging out with him for a little bit, he's just like, oh, yeah, by the way, man, I'm on a lot of fucking mushrooms. He's like, don't judge me, but I could tell. You're not the type of guy who's gonna judge me. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. That explains
That
this.
explains the
Yeah,
tricycle
why you're
that
the
you
puppet
were-
from Saw right now. You probably feel like him and
you were
you're rolling
embodying
around.
a puppet.
Yeah. I mean,
Perfect. Yeah. Absolutely.
yeah, it made me think of Fight Club.
That's hilarious.
When he's just like riding a little bike around the dilapidated house and like telling him poems. It's like
Yeah.
clearly the hallucination of a man going insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, have experiences always been mostly positive for you and not like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I did acid like not even a year ago. And
Fuck yeah.
I'm like a little too
What the hell,
old
you
to be
didn't-
doing that now.
Yeah, you
But-
do kind of.
But even now, it's like fine. It's fine. In mild doses, it's fine.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, sorry, I'm not trying to bore you with just psychedelic stories, but they're great. You've done them before.
I
so
appreciate
You've
a
done them before
psychedelic
so you can
story.
understand.
Yeah.
When you tell people that have never used
Yeah,
anything,
they
they're
don't
like,
understand.
okay, weirdo.
Yeah.
But like we said, we tell stories even if people don't give a fuck
Yeah.
and think you're making them up.
Yeah. If it's a good story, you
But-
gotta tell a good story.
Yeah. Well, I took and went to like Zilker Park one time. Took a bunch, and by myself too.
Okay.
And just with like
Okay.
my music, and yeah, because I was living with my dad and stepmom at the time. I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here,
Yeah.
hitting up the town.
For sure.
I don't care if it's just by myself. I'm gonna go trip. And yeah, I felt like, like in all the woods and shit. Like I felt like everybody was rooted underneath the ground.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And you were like the only person that wasn't rooted, or
No,
what?
I was too. Yeah,
Oh.
I was like, oh, we're all connected.
We're all just in
To
the
the,
planet.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, which is obviously retarded.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like Tree of Life.
Yeah.
And freaking, what's it called? Raised by Wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you finish Raised by Wolves this last
Yeah.
season?
Did you?
Yes. This okay.
The freaking
season
cliffhanger.
ender was like
Cliffhanger
what
was
the
pissing me
fuck?
off. I was like, there needs to be another episode.
There's okay.
Because there was 10 episodes in the
There's
first season, and there's
so
only 8.
much happening. There's so
There's almost
much
too much
more.
happening.
There's almost too
Yeah.
much happening. So it
Yeah,
helps
but the upside
to-
down thing,
The upside
I was like,
down,
are you kidding me?
It was too much. It
You
was too
guys
much
are gonna
because
go
it was
there?
like,
Y'all
Yeah.
are gonna go to some place that we just have no idea what the hell is going on.
well, okay. So here's my thought about the upside down thing. So okay.
Yeah, please tell me.
Okay.
Because I was just like,
Okay. Starting from the beginning, there is people. And then there's also on this planet, there's these little, like, gold relics, right? That help you, if you are holding them and enabling them, they help you alter your DNA, right?
yes.
The relic, the weird relic things. Okay, so if that's the
Are you
case,
talking about like the hexagonal looking sphere?
the like
Or
they
you're
look,
talking
they look
about-
like the tarot cards. They look
Oh,
like
those
little tarot
things.
cards.
Yeah.
So grandmother, the other robot alien mentioned these things like help us like follow a sequence or whatever she said. I don't remember
The
exactly
cards
what she
do?
said. Yeah.
The cards help
Yeah.
the AI?
Yeah.
Okay.
The cards hold like a formula for the AI. They help you change your DNA. Okay.
So mother
okay.
getting the snake. Okay,
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
so beginning from the second season, the very beginning of the second season, we find out mother gave, spoiler alert, mother gave birth to this snake thing
Yeah.
because she plugged into the
Yeah.
crazy universe,
simulation.
the simulation, but also there was something else that was altering the simulation.
Yeah, the reception or whatever.
Right. They were
The
altering
broadcast.
the broadcast with these like tarot card whatever that help you alter your DNA. So grandmother, the older mother that father brings back to life, mentions at some point, I'm so good at remembering all this shit. She says that we're old. We've been here forever.
Yeah,
We've been
yeah.
here for a long ass time. We went to sleep because we weren't needed, but now you brought us
Mm-hmm.
back to life. Blah, blah, blah. We keep these tokens to. On the very last episode, she says, we keep these. They said we're devolving
Right.
the race back to a
Right.
simpler form. And she said, we do this to keep the race alive,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So they have these like tokens that do all this random shit. So, okay, so my personal fan theory is that the tokens are a way of incorporating a rapid DNA change to accommodate a rapid changing world. Right?
Yeah.
So, this is really far-fetched, but this is still my theory, is that the way that, oh, I forgot his name, not Campion, but the other little boy, Paul turned into that weird, like, hard structure form
Yeah, that was cool.
because they used one of those to help him evolve into something that would affect everybody else. But they have these like crazy tokens that they can basically use at the drop of a pin to change DNA. They told us that whenever they made him into that fucking thing that he was, that rock thing. So, it's like, we have these ways for you, like if the world is rapidly
Yeah,
changing
because
to cold, you can use this coin to change into this. Or if
That makes
it's
sense.
the water is rising, you can use this coin to rapidly change into this.
Well, yeah, because the quantum computers who did that to Paul.
Right.
So it makes sense that the AI
Right.
would know. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows the antidote to this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's specific to this planet only.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
And it's not harmful to him. It's fine. It's like this weird random
Right.
thing that we could trigger in him.
And he turns
in his
into a
DNA,
snake.
And he turns into this. Yeah.
What the fuck?
And so it's like, whenever Homeboy on the last episode is like upside down,
Yeah,
he's
that's...
being weird,
Yeah, yeah.
it's because he tapped into the same snake DNA, because the snake just floats around the way it wants to, right?
You're...
And he's floating around just how he wants to.
Right.
So he's tapping into these cards that give him some sort of algorithm to help him access that part of his DNA that will allow him
Right.
to do that. That's my fan theory.
So, yes, and because the snake that fucking flew got
Right.
killed, and then
And then it
became
turned
a tree.
into a tree. It was
And
fine.
then that connects
yeah.
the underground system that he was trying to access
Yeah.
before he ended up on the tree.
And then he got stapled to
Yeah,
it.
he got stapled to it with a relic on his
Blood
head.
mixing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Relic on his head.
Yeah. And that same
So easy
that
to
same
access
guy,
whatever
yeah.
that is.
Because that same guy is the same reason he got Mother's fucking eyeballs
Right.
at the end
And
of
he
season 1.
swallowed them.
Yeah.
And then was able to access
And
that
then, yeah,
power
exactly.
by swallowing them,
Right.
which is
So
fucking
this is just
bananas.
another version of that kind of,
Right.
but it's not from. Yeah.
That's
it's
my
a
favorite.
lot to think. It shows a lot to think
Yeah.
about. I'm still confused about how did that religion come to Earth? Is what I'm confused about. Was it the AI?
Well, I don't
Right?
know
Because wasn't
if
there a
it's-
war between atheist AI and then the
So I
Mithraic,
think
and
that-
then they started?
I
Yeah,
think
they
that
started using the
soul
AI.
is just a word for the like representation of whatever this knowledge is. I
Right.
think that they just sort of did whatever they could do, which kind of replicates into Earth now, is like they just made it into whatever knowledge they had, and they could
Yeah.
voice it however they could and made it into their thing. So they made soul into just however they could understand all of this knowledge coming towards them that they weren't expecting.
Yes.
Because
makes
technically,
sense.
if we're following the timeline properly, the necromancers were a gift from this other planet that came back to Earth.
Oh, really? I didn't.
Yeah.
I thought they were designed by scientists.
So no, they weren't
For
designed. They
weapons
were
of mass destruction.
Because mother is the same thing as grandmother.
That's crazy. I didn't.
Right?
That
So
makes so
they
much more
sent-
sense.
And they said, I think it was like episode 1.
So they
season,
created
like
chaos
7
to
or
bring
8.
them there.
They were saying this information was sent to us by soul,
Right.
but it was actually sent to them by this fucking planet that sent
Yeah.
them this shit.
That's the thing, is the entity is confusing.
yeah.
Still a big mystery.
Mm-hmm.
Is like, what the fuck exactly is this thing about? But what's annoying about that, well, not annoying, but like one thing I wish that like they would do is they do it inside the episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I watch all those.
Yeah.
But
And
they
they're good.
don't, they're
They
good,
don't explain the
but they're
plot.
short and they hardly explained anything.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, this scene was a lot of fun to shoot. We did this, blah, blah,
I
blah.
think the small,
Which is cool, but they
little
don't, they
things-
like, well, like they mention, at one point they were like, is the story of humanity just doomed to do the same thing over and over and
Mm-hmm.
over? So yeah, like I thought that was interesting. Like, okay, so clearly, yeah, there's some sort of
yeah, repeating
cycle
process.
that just is
well, in the
part
last
of
episode-
being a sentient being.
Yeah,
Like that's what happens next. Is the AI kill the simulation in a sense.
Well,
And then it starts all over somewhere else.
yeah. I mean, exactly.
Yeah, they see, okay, my mission's over, simulation done, rest, and then it happens again. And they were, yeah. Okay. You got some insight into
Well,
the
she
show.
says in the last episode, grandmother says in the last episode that we have been here for millions of years. And I don't remember.
I didn't
she
realize
said,
it was millions.
She said something like that, and then she said, I was asleep because one of the people, or maybe even mother, says, fuck, I gotta watch that last episode again because I think I was falling asleep whenever it happened. But they said something like, you're devolving us.
Yeah.
So they're like taking away a little bit of their intelligence at a time
Yeah, for
pretty
happiness.
quickly to try to get them into this state where they can survive
On their own.
millions of years and then get back to this state. And then they'll do it again to try to like do this whole route. And she said, I was asleep, Father woke me up and gave me this thing, blah blah blah.
So, that's why Mother is kind of more of like the Christ figure than, what's his name?
Right. Grandmother is God.
Right. And
And
Mother
then
is,
mother is Christ.
is
and
son.
then
yeah.
Father is more like,
I don't know
I
what
don't
is.
know.
He's confusing
I
too.
guess he would be.
Well, he woke
would
Grandma
be-
up. It's his fault, even though they were like, don't fuck with relics, and he did anyway.
Yeah.
So, like, somehow he's a little human too.
Yeah.
But, like, since you mentioned, I didn't know the necromancers
I don't
came
know
back.
who would be. Yeah.
Since you say
Yeah,
they came
because in
back,
the first
then
season, they
she
said
was
the
altered.
necromancers were a gift from Soul that came from the
okay.
sky.
Gotcha.
And if you look in
And
the
since a
introduction scene,
human being altered,
the necromancer comes from the sky in the introduction scene. Which I don't know if I'm reading too far into that.
I don't know. We're just
Because I feel
we're just
like-
nerding out, dude.
Yeah, I feel like they would love that we're like so analytical as far as all of the parts.
Well, I mean, it's just one of those shows that you can't help but do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's
I can't
so
help it.
much
I can't help
going
but do it.
on. You
Yeah.
can't help but.
Well, I mean, I've always been a
And
sci-fi
all the
fan.
Biblical references.
That's-
I feel like
I think
are
that's a
very
big part of
intense.
it.
Yeah.
It's just background.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
growing up religious, knowing those stories,
For sure.
knowing them, slightly well,
Mm-hmm.
more than a lot of people I meet.
Yeah.
You can't help but dive into that.
Yeah.
But that's what trips me out. Like the writers of that show, like they've read a lot of shit
Yeah.
because they put a lot into it.
And they also like tried to take into consideration like a lot of different, as far as what I've seen from like after the show and like all.
Well, there's
that
like
shit
Mayan
that you
influence,
watch.
right?
Yeah, like all of their different
design.
influences for how they're trying to achieve this goal, and all of the different cultures they're bringing into effect.
You know what?
To
Yeah.
Try to like make them all meld together. And
You're
then
right.
Go forward.
If you like grew up Hindu in India, you would be like, this is the story
yeah,
of
you would
Vishnu.
still be able to identify.
You'd be like,
everything that's
oh,
going
I
on.
totally get it. Like it's the story
Mm-hmm.
it's the same story that's been told forever.
Yep.
Like
They
it's the same
took all the
story.
common things
Yeah.
and were like, hey, this makes
Yeah.
sense in this situation.
Well, thank God it's not a book, or I would never read it.
Yeah. Fuck that. I don't think I would ever read it.
That
if it
would
was
be a
book.
lot.
I think a lot of the imagery too makes sense because they were talking about how the white blood of the necromancer and like the different robots and stuff like affects with the Alien movies and how they had white blood and
Okay.
went together. Did
Well-
you see that part? on it. So they went into like
I
a
didn't.
deep,
I mean, I know Ridley Scott. Like,
yeah, they went into a deep dive
Alien.
about Ridley Scott and having the white blood for the robot characters, and they were like, we didn't want to do white blood because we didn't want to like meld into what he was doing with all
Right.
the alien stuff, and he was like, no, we need to fucking do the white blood, and he like pushed for it. So I'm like, why did he do that? I think I'm like diving too deep into why he would want that so bad for
Well,
them all to have the white blood.
you've seen Prometheus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally AI
Which is-
being like, this is a more beautiful species.
Mm-hmm.
And this is who should be on this.
Prometheus is so good
Dude.
too.
I've heard mixed stuff. I think it's good, personally. I really enjoyed it.
You know somebody
But-
that says it wasn't good?
Yeah. They said it was too predictable.
No.
And
Too predictable?
Yeah.
I had no idea what was gonna happen in that movie.
well, he's definitely a nerd. Like, it is pretty obvious there is a, what do they call it? Someone's gun writing.
It's hard for me to watch movies now if I don't know there's going to be an alien
Chekhov's
in
gun.
the movie.
There is a Chekhov's gun moment.
Chekhov's gun. What is that? I don't know what that is.
It's an object
Where
that
you
later
know
turns
what's
into-
going to happen.
Like, you knew the AI was going to turn. Because they,
Right.
like, have a specific shot of, like, the razor blade or whatever it was.
Yeah, there's one like
Yeah.
split second.
And that's
you know it's
that's
gonna...
called Chekhov's gun.
Chekhov's gun. Okay.
And as soon as he knew that, I'd never seen the movie and watched it together, and he was just like, "That's not him. Like, that guy
Yeah.
is gonna fuck everybody up."
Yep.
So
He
like
did
that
one
kind of
thing
ruined.
that was like
that
slightly
kind of
evil.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, and that kind of like, I was like, but that doesn't ruin the movie. It's a common thing in movies.
Yeah.
It's like you notice it later. Usually,
It's still
You're like,
a
"Oh,
really
yeah."
big picture of
I don't know. It tripped me the fuck out. I know that.
yeah.
I liked it. And
That's honestly Prometheus is
So
honestly
crazy.
one of the movies that I look back on and I'm like that could honestly
that could be
What
reality.
happened?
That could be
That could
real.
be-
I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, it's like an over
Yeah.
sexualized version
Yeah.
of what could happen,
but it could have just been the same
really
thing.
could.
It's like it sent some DNA to this world, and
I don't know. That's crazy.
I mean, that's what's so much fun about sci-fi.
Yeah.
Is literally scientific fiction. Like, that could happen. That
yeah.
is
Somebody
entirely
the other day
possible.
was like,
but then
oh, I'm restarting Mad Men, and so I like tried.
That's a
to
good
watch,
show.
I tried to watch Mad Men to like connect with them, and I was like, where the fuck are the aliens? Like, I'm not into this. No aliens? No, fuck this. I'm out. I'm out.
I
Not
love
a single alien.
I haven't watched it in a long time, but
No way.
I loved it when it came out.
Mad Men?
Yeah. Well, it's the fucking male fantasy.
Maybe it's like a dude thing too.
Yeah, it is.
Because
It is
I
kind
could
of-
not. I was
and
like,
it's
this
an
is the
older-
most boring shit
It's an older person thing too, I think.
I have ever seen in my entire life. There's not one fucking alien. There's no secret drama. Even with the first
Yeah,
episode
there's-
and the drama that was in the first episode, I was like, this is not enough.
Yeah,
I can't
there's-
survive on this. I can't watch this. It's
There's
not enough.
just a con man alcoholic that cheats on his wife
Right?
and is a huge piece of shit,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
like that's what's supposed to be interesting.
I can't
Right.
do it.
There's a million of those guys.
He needs to get stolen by aliens. He
Exactly.
needs to have a
I want
superpower.
more crazy shit happening.
I need more.
More crazy shit.
I need more from the story. I can't do it. I watched the first episode. I watched it to completion and was like, I gave it my best shot.
That's-
and I'm done.
The first season is
I'm
not
wrapping it up.
not its best, and the pilot's not the.
I don't
mean,
think you're gonna convince me to watch any more Mad Men.
I don't
so
think
don't
I'm
try
not
to.
even trying. I just that's my view.
Okay.
I'm defending why I like it.
Okay. And you like it?
Yeah, I loved it.
You loved it?
I mean, maybe not at the time. I mean, I don't know if I rewatched it now. I don't know how much I would like it. But the story of the anti-hero is always interesting to me.
Okay, so who ends up being the anti-hero?
Don.
Which is the guy that cheats on his wife in the first episode? I've got to go off the first episode.
Oh, you're right. That's how.
So I only saw the first episode.
Sorry, there's like 8 seasons. I can't even remember the pilot.
Okay.
But, yeah, the end is like he's this guy. You kind of think he's like a New York guy, the city of singles, where you know you just work your ass off, and it's the '60s.
Yeah.
And, anyway, and then he like goes and like meets with a woman at her apartment.
Right.
And then the ending is like him coming home and be like, honey, I'm home. Like,
That's the first episode,
that's
right?
the first episode.
Yeah. Okay.
He sells,
yeah.
first he like, first he tells off a
Don's
psychiatrist.
the main character
Yeah,
then.
Don's
Okay.
the main character.
Okay.
He tells off the psychiatrist.
Mm-hmm.
He drinks whiskey. He takes a nap on his couch
Which I
in,
can
in his
appreciate.
fucking corner office.
I can appreciate whiskey and naps. Yeah.
And then he like talks to an old black man, and the old black man gives him the sales pitch essentially, which is it's toasted. And then he comes up at the last minute with that and presents it and sells it for like a huge account. Yeah, and then he goes and sees that woman, and then he goes home, and he has like 2
And
kids.
then has
I
a
think.
wife and kids. Yeah.
And it's like one of the most boring episodes.
Right.
Like even though all that happens.
Okay, so more happens. It's more
Oh,
interesting after that.
Yes. Once the other characters get introduced.
Okay, how many episodes do I have to watch before I'm hooked? So I've got to watch
I wouldn't
season 1
know.
and season 2
Honestly.
before I'm hooked, or like I can watch episode 2 and I'll be in.
I really like Roger Sterling, and Peggy is a really good character.
Okay.
And who else? I don't know. It may not be that worth watching.
Okay. if I'm not invested in it
Yeah.
already. Okay.
I mean, the crazy stuff that happens is just like, oh, business has changed. Now this is the plan. And,
That's the craziest stuff that happens.
well,
I love business, but I'm just.
I could
just
talk about it
can't
for a long
see
time.
myself
I
being
just,
invested in this show.
I'm not into it. My mom liked it. She watched the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Yeah. And she was just like, yeah, and she like didn't tell me until way after I'd seen it, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. I love that show. And she was just like, the way they talk to those women in that show. She's like, I just can't believe people would treat somebody like that.
That's why she watched it, because she's pissed.
No, she
She's like,
liked
These
it.
women better get
She
their
liked
comeback.
Dawn. Yeah. No, I mean it's the story of Icarus, if you will,
Okay.
the man who flew too close to the sun
Right.
and fell
I've heard that.
because he's a huge piece of shit,
Yeah.
basically.
Okay.
But he's not the most interesting part of the show.
Okay.
But if you do want to start a show, I got a recommendation.
Okay.
I'm sorry, dude. I can talk about
Go in.
movies and TVs.
Go in. Let's
You
go.
can just get up and leave whenever you want.
Okay.
But I can talk for days. I don't know how, but I
All
have
right. What do
no
you got?
problem.
What do you got? What do you got?
Oh, Barry.
Barry?
It's on HBO. This show's hilarious, and it's the episode.
I think I've heard of this
the
show, but I haven't watched
episodes.
it.
The episodes are only like 25 minutes long,
Barry.
and there's only 2 seasons. A new season comes out in like 2 weeks. So he's, first of all, Bill Hader.
Bill Hader is.
He's great.
Yeah.
You don't like him.
He's top notch. He is
And I mean, I've heard people not like him.
100%
people not
of
be a huge
everything
fan.
ever.
I feel like
Yes. I'm not
being
being
sarcastic.
I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not being sarcastic.
you're... No, he's just a talented guy.
I will marry
Yeah.
Bill Hader if he asked me to marry him.
Well,
Absolutely.
Oh, you think he's a good-looking guy?
Not particularly.
Okay, yeah. Because my mom's friend saw, what was the movie where he dates Amy Schumer?
It was like another one of those like just friend movies. It's like just
Oh,
friends
yeah,
or something
like that. Yeah. Well, she watched it and she goes, yeah, because, a question I ask people when I haven't seen them in a while was just like, seen any good movies? Like, and she told me about that, and she was like, the lead character, not a good-looking man. He had a messed up eye.
Oh, he's got a crazy eye.
Yeah, he's got a weird eye. But he's from the South, okay? He's from Oklahoma. I give him some respect. He broke out.
Oklahoma, okay.
He broke out and made
Okay.
it in Hollywood.
I can
And
definitely respect that. Did
the-
you know Skarsgård,
show you his
his
wife.
eye is really like that in it?
Oh, I
You
thought he
know,
just
the
did
fucking
some sort of trick.
Yeah, you know the Skarsgård dude that played Pennywise can really fucking do his eyes
That's
like that.
awesome.
I
Oh yeah,
saw
he
him
did it on.
do it.
He did it on
fucking
Conan,
did his
right?
eyes all opposite ways, all crazy. Scared the shit out of me.
But he did get. He got a new wife. Who the fuck was he dating? Yeah, that's who divorced.
He's definitely
No.
got a weird face.
I mean, but he's intelligent.
No way is he dating that one. No way. No way in the fucking universe is he dating that one.
Oh, 2 years.
2 years after divorce.
Yeah, that's the new one. This is the old one. This is Oklahoma, if you can't tell.
Yep.
That's Hollywood.
Oklahoma. Rachel Bilson?
Yeah.
No way. Look at them together. Look at
This one. Yeah, dude.
that. Look at his crazy
What?
eye.
Yeah. What is this guy doing
Go
with
Bill.
her? Good for you, dude.
Yeah. Say some funny shit, Bill.
But
Reel in all the ladies.
I mean, when you're Hollywood,
Yeah. That's so funny that Bill has the crazy eye.
he was on
but
Saturday Night
and
Live
he
for
was
God's
on
sake.
it, but then the Skarsgård.
Yeah, and then Scars. You're right. I forgot he was in that.
But then the
You're
Skarsgård
so
dude is the
right.
one that has the crazy eyes.
Oh my God, you're funny. I never would.
They were in the same movie. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, this is the Anna Kendrick. He
No.
pulled that, bro.
No, I don't believe it. I'm not convinced. That's a lie. That is
Yep.
a
He's currently
lie.
romance with Anna Kendrick.
No way.
Yeah,
No.
dude has got game. Clearly,
I mean, he was Stefan
yeah. Everyone loves
from
Stefan.
SNL. That's the honestly
He's just moving up
from our time.
He's
That's
fucking
the
just
most iconic SNL character from our time. Is
Oh,
Stefan.
he's up there, big time.
Definitely.
It's hard to say.
Top of the line.
I don't
Look
know.
at his
I think
fucking face. No way. I'm not convinced.
I feel like
He's not that funny. He's funny, but he's not that funny. He's not Anna Kendrick funny.
she's prettier.
Yeah, she definitely
Anna
is.
Kendrick.
But I mean, Anna Kendrick definitely has more.
She's more static,
pizzazz
yeah. Well,
Than
yeah,
Rachel Bilson.
yeah. I've seen her, and that's the thing. You see these people in TV interviews, and you're just like, I still don't know anything about you.
Yeah.
You could seem super nice and charismatic. I mean, they are charismatic, obviously.
Tell me about when your dad left
But
your
yeah,
family.
well, I mean,
I
that's not what I mean. I mean, they could suck. They could be a horrible person you don't want to hang out with at all.
Yeah.
And they're on a easy show where all
Yeah.
the questions, they already know the questions. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
I was in China. You were in China too. Tell me about that. Like, it's all
And then they tell a funny, cute
Yeah.
story about when
exactly
they were
a
in China.
pre-planned. Because they're actors, they can just dial it up immediately and go
Tell
right
me
into
about
the
the
routine.
death of your younger sister.
That
I
would be
heard that
me.
your younger
That would be
sister
me as a talk
died.
show host. I'd be like, have you seen beheading videos? That's
So
how I treat my guests.
we watched beheading videos
Yeah.
in our youth.
And I heard you watch beheading
Did
videos. Tell
you
me more about that.
See any? Did the sound of the head leaving the body affect you as much as it affected us? Can you let us know
Did you
how
see-
it affected you?
Did you see that poor kid fall out of a
He fucking fell out of the roller coaster. How did that make you feel?
But this show, he's a hitman,
Okay.
which is already funny because that guy's a hitman. I mean,
Okay.
He's not typical. We just saw his face.
Yeah.
But he goes.
We saw his face.
He gets
we
a,
know.
He gets a job in Los Angeles. He has like this guy who's like his manager, basically.
Uh-huh.
Like, oh, we got another hit. This is where it's at. Blah blah blah. So he gets this like job with the Chechnyan mafia in L.A.
Okay.
and basically falls into a bunch of bullshit. And while he's like tailing his target, ends up going to an acting class that the target goes to,
Okay.
and like accidentally putting on a performance because he like stumbles onto the
That's funny.
stage
Okay.
and like is so clueless it makes his delivery seem like believable because he's not acting. He's literally just like, reacting. So he seems like a natural.
Uh-huh.
But really, he sucks, like, at acting
Right.
in general.
Of course.
Early on. I don't think he really gets much better, but that's not a huge part of the show, but it's part of the show. So then he's like, yeah, I don't want to give too much away, because obviously it's a mystery, like, it's a comedy.
Yeah.
But he's involved in death and murder and gangs and shady characters and police and all that shit. Mm-hmm. But it's just kind of like a dark humor with some serious tones. And yeah, it's a good one.
Okay.
I've been rewatching it.
Okay.
It's on HBO,
HBO.
which
Barry.
I know you have.
Yeah. Obviously. So watch. Raised by Wolves. And you watched all of Righteous Gemstones, right? Yeah. That's good shit.
I don't know how to feel about it entirely.
Okay, so up until
I have some criticisms.
the last 2 episodes, I thought that the daughter was organizing the hit on Eli Gemstone.
The daughter
Oh, what's her name? I fucking forgot.
with
her
the curly, with
Yeah.
the perm or whatever.
Yeah, curly hair. The main daughter.
No.
Yeah.
You thought it was her.
I thought it was her because I don't know, I just felt like she was dodging everything. She and her new husband wanted to be like in the spotlight.
That is true.
And she's the one, it was his fucking
That would have been something else.
Christianating, what is that?
Yeah.
Whatever that party is.
Oh,
His
yeah.
new birth
That
of
was so funny.
Christ party or whatever.
He
And
was-
she organized it, and she set up the fucking party bus for Eli Gemstone
Yeah.
to leave
you're
the
right.
party, and then that's what got attacked whenever he got to the gas station.
That does make a lot of sense.
I was like, she's in it. She's fucking trying to kill him. and nobody knows.
That would have been a good twist because she
Yeah.
is so. She comes off just
Yeah.
so.
Because she loves
Checked
the guy.
out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
And
as
she's
far as,
not-
like, big moves,
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
too dumb
She's
to make a
clearly-
big move.
the least competent.
Yeah.
Well, they're all incompetent, but.
Yeah. She's definitely
Yeah.
the least. And especially her husband.
Dude, that's one of my
I was-
That is one of my favorite characters
Yeah.
in that show. Is he's so he's wearing the romper and he's like, it's judgments like these that have held back men's fashions for decades. Like, just the most like pussy answer in the world to everything.
It's
Like every time he's
one-
attacked, it's just like this new age bullshit. It's like
his one earring always.
Oh
gone.
my
He's
God,
like
that's
one
right.
earring on the right side.
one earring. That's hilarious. He's right though.
Yeah.
There's like I remember
Yeah, he's right.
I remember like the first time I went to Starbucks, the guy at the drive-thru, it was with my mom and stepdad, and like the guy that was working the drive-thru had an earring on his right ear. And this is early days.
Yeah. And your mom and stepdad were like,
yeah, Ron. No, my mom's not like has never been like that at all with like judging
but Ron
potentially
has.
homosexual person. Oh,
But
oh,
Ron-
oh! He closed the window, and Ron is like,
Definitely.
he was like,
definitely
so that
knows the vibe.
means you're gay, right, honey? Like, and she's like, stop it, and he's just like, yeah.
He's
That
just trying to get
earring?
some clarity.
Yeah.
He's just trying to figure out what's going on.
He's trying
Yes.
to be funny, but he's being a jackass. And he's like, yeah, it does. Alex, that means you're fucking gay. Like,
That's-
you tell me, like,
That's definitely the vibe that Ron gets off. Is
Yeah.
that I don't care if I hurt somebody else's
doesn't-
feelings. I want to make you laugh.
Yeah.
Which
He's been a bad influence on me in some ways, but other ways.
I can identify
Yeah,
with that
other ways.
for sure.
Yeah, other ways it's quite liberating, right?
I mean, there's something truly honest about like just the only intention is wanting to make people laugh.
Yeah.
It's so honest.
Yeah.
It's so
And
pure.
you get misunderstood,
It's
though, is the problem.
Whatever happens,
Yeah.
happens. But if I make you laugh, that's all worth
That's so
it.
true. Yeah. It
That's
is. It
definitely the
is
vibe I get
like.
from my dad.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
He's
what
like,
else?
I'm gonna make some gay people jokes.
What else
I'm gonna
is
make
there?
some kind of jokes. But if I make you laugh, it's all worth it. Like whatever
Yeah,
happens.
exactly.
Yes.
If you think I'm a jerk, then whatever. I'm taking a risk trying. Yeah. But it makes sense, especially like older guys that like
Yeah.
they've kind of done it all.
Yeah.
They've kind of
Yeah,
they're
they don't,
like
they
I'm
don't
I'm
understand
gonna
and they don't care
yeah,
to understand.
They don't want to.
Yeah.
I saw some like meme that was like Disney movies be like women are complicated, growing, spiritual, and intelligent beings, and men are just some dudes. And it's just like,
That's fine.
but it's kind of true. Like that kind of makes some sense. Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh, back to Shaq's bed. God damn. Jesus Christ.
Well, it sucks because you can't see like a normal person on it.
Yeah, put a
Like, if
normal person on
he's
that bed and
on
see
it.
how fucking large that bed is.
Normal person. Since you're not a normal chick.
He's not. He's like
No, he's not,
twice
yeah.
the size of a normal person.
He is not. Sark. There's probably not. a
Look,
picture
that's
of
him by a fucking. What is that? A Lamborghini. Look at him.
it.
He looks like it's a toy car.
Looks like, yeah, go kart. Oh my
What
god.
a fucking
dude.
crazy bastard.
What a legend.
Nobody makes me laugh more than Shaq does.
That's
I
funny.
promise you. Interviews.
I'm glad you're a Shaq fan.
Yes,
I would
I
not
am-
have expected that.
I
But a
am-
lot of people like the guy.
I
so.
am 100% a Shaq fan. He was a fucking sheriff for like a year and a half.
Oh, that's right.
He just became a sheriff Because he was like, I
'Cause
don't
he
want to live my whole life
'cause he
without
can do that.
knowing what it's like to be
Yeah.
a sheriff.
Being
What a
a-
fucking psychopath. That's amazing.
I think his dad was military, so that might have influenced
That's
him.
amazing.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what your dad is. He's got hundreds of millions of dollars, and he's gonna be a sheriff. What a fucking crazy bastard! I love it. I'm so into that. I love it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the people you respect the most are like those who are just unabashedly themselves.
Exactly.
They're just like, I give zero
Exactly.
fucks about
Yeah. Whatever
about
expectations
about
you
things
have of
that
me,
don't actually matter.
You can shove
Yeah.
them up your ass.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be who I am. Like, fuck your
Yes.
expectations. I'm fucking
'Cause
Shaq.
he
I'm
could-
gonna go be
he
a
could-
sheriff.
Yeah, dude.
What a fucking dumb shit
And, like,
he is.
His
Amazing.
his life is probably awesome, but he probably has a lot of struggles and shit. But
He like did all of those
You know?
weird like Ben Gay commercials. Remember those?
oh yeah, where he did the shimmy shake or whatever.
Yeah. He did a bunch of like weird
Yeah,
random shit.
he's in a lot
for
of commercials.
weird commercials. He's just trying to make some money so he can go do random shit like be a sheriff.
Be a sheriff.
What a crazy asshole.
Yeah. Yeah, especially
I
there's so many people out there that have more money than they know what to do with, and they just like are
Yeah.
miserable as fuck and uninteresting. And
Shaq's
Yeah.
just like,
he could have easily sat on it and been miserable, but he's like, no, I'm gonna keep doing cool. Yeah.
I'm gonna go be a sheriff. I'm gonna be in these dumb Ben Gay commercials. I watched an interview with his real estate agent. It was like part of like
Oh,
one
cool.
thing that I was watching, and she was like, the hardest part about being Shaq's real estate agent is that he just like wants me to move on projects right whenever he wants me to move on projects, and I'm like
Yeah.
busy with other things. Like it's 10 o'clock at night, and he wants me
Right.
to be like making offers.
Email me at
on this
midnight.
property. And I was like,
That's
that's
funny.
amazing.
Yeah.
Do you know how psyched I would be?
I was
to
gonna
get an
say
email at 10
that's
o'clock at
that's a
night from
pretty
Shaq?
good problem to have.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would be like, yes, whatever the fuck. You want to buy a fucking weird warehouse to make your like weird business idea that you
Yeah,
have?
dude.
Absolutely. I will
Yeah.
be 100%.
I'll be
invested.
the best
I will rent
partner.
an offer
Yeah,
immediately.
I will be the best
Whatever you
agent
want,
you
Shaq.
have.
For your fucking
Yeah, that's
crazy
Freaking
idea.
Shaq, dude. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Shaq's crazy.
Yes, God bless him. God bless us all.
God bless. He's not dead yet. You're gonna sound like he's
Oh.
dead.
I guess I am.
God bless his
God
soul.
bless his soul.
His
No,
soul
I
is
said-
heaven as it is
No.
on earth.
I said God bless us all.
Oh,
You like the movie?
okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah. God bless his soul.
God bless his soul.
I'm gonna miss you.
Speaking of God bless his soul,
Dude,
though,
fuck yeah.
I've
Trump's
been
gonna
like
be
learning
Austin.
about Kobe Bryant because I didn't really know that much about him. I'm like into that too.
He's a rapist.
Yeah, I don't really know.
No, I'm just kidding.
Did he rape somebody?
That's just the hot take.
Yeah.
Well, you
This-
didn't know
like,
he-
he
he-
paid off some people. Okay, so
Yeah, he
Okay,
went to
okay.
court for some shit.
let's dive into this because this is serious. His personality type to me screams rapist.
Yeah.
It screams rapist. It screams, I'm gonna have whatever I want. Fuck everybody else. I'm gonna do what I want to do. And if they have a problem with it, fuck you. If they have a really big problem with it, I'll give you some money to fuck off and leave me alone.
Yep. I mean,
Definitely his personality type is that.
yeah. We don't know what happened
Right.
with whatever,
Right,
but
right. I don't know what happened.
I totally agree, and I mean, always did not like the guy, which
He was
is
on a
probably
sketchy vibe. He was
yeah,
on a
which
sketchy vibe. if this says,
just his affect
Yeah.
when he speaks and like his overall like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm too
Got
good.
the
I'm too
attitude.
good for the entire
Yeah,
building.
I'm the Black Jesus.
you're-
Is what he called himself.
Wow. That's like Kanye West level.
Exactly.
I don't even think even Kanye wouldn't say that.
Even Kanye wouldn't say
He just
that
said I'm God.
on. Yeah, which is a little bit different.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's cool.
It kind of makes.
We're all our own God, I
Yeah.
guess.
I love how we're making excuses for Kanye.
Dude,
Not
what?
For the
Okay.
Dead Kobe Bryant.
That's right. That's right. You know why? Because Kobe's been judged.
I'm a
okay.
really big Kanye West fan,
Oh my god.
and I don't really give two fucks about
Me
Kobe Bryant.
too.
So I mean,
I'm a big Kanye fan, and I was like, I was just talking to this the other couple weeks ago. Like he's the only guy
Yep.
that can do anything, and people just like, oh, we love him.
Yeah.
We just love you, Kanye. We don't care. We're just like, we know you're crazy.
Honestly.
Nobody cares.
Honestly. Okay, so I really care.
Did you see his documentary?
I didn't. I'm afraid to watch this documentary because I feel like that's like propaganda from his people.
I mean,
I watched like one little piece and I felt like super sorry for him, and I was like, oh, I can't watch the rest of that because I'm gonna feel like extra sorry for him
yeah.
because he's so amazing, and I
Yeah.
really loved the 2005 to 2012
Yeah,
Kanye.
yeah.
My favorite Kanye.
I miss the old Kanye.
I miss the old Kanye.
Yeah.
I truly miss the old.
I do love that song now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like his more recent stuff. Okay.
Yeah, it's
You
fine.
know?
I think him as a persona.
Oh yeah, it's
though,
changed a lot.
Definitely.
'Cause he was a little
vibing
more-
with that Kanye.
Yeah.
I would follow that Kanye into a war. This Kanye,
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna have some questions. There's a lot of questions.
it's just because ideology has changed so much
Yeah.
compared to 10, 15 years ago.
Maybe.
So like him speaking his mind and some of his lyrics, he definitely was more about fun back then.
Yeah, he's always been
You know,
speaking his mind.
yeah.
But at this point, he's speaking.
At this point, it's kinda
it's
Scary
very,
shit.
Like he was on this portion of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Like here's the middle. He was on this side and anywhere in between. But now he's on this side and this side, and nowhere in between.
Well, I mean, he is bipolar.
Yeah. And it's definitely the gap
And
has
he's
gone from here to
world
here.
famous.
Like a fun little bipolar gap
Oh, man.
into a gigantic, worrisome
Yeah.
bipolar gap.
Well, he lives in a big world. Or
I'm
maybe
still into it. I'm
maybe he
still 100%
lives.
Kanye.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck Pete Davidson. He will be back. He will be back with Kim.
You think so?
No.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not.
It's just funny.
Definitely not.
It's just like, dude,
we love him.
you'll be better off without her.
Yeah,
Because
exactly. We love
every
you,
man in the
but-
Kardashian household has gone insane.
Yeah,
Every single one of them.
they've all lost their shit.
Yeah. So better off, dude.
Honestly, I mean, if you could, yeah, better off.
But also, I know it's super lame, but there's no reason to have a soft spot for celebrity millionaires. But I
Right.
can't help but
Exactly.
have one because if that was me, it would go to my head.
Wait, if you were Kanye,
If I was
or if you were Pete Davidson,
I mean, any celebrity at a huge status,
Mm-hmm.
you have a bunch of yes men around you
right?
that are
Right.
kind of using you,
Uh-huh.
and you put on shows and
Right.
thousands of people sing the song that you wrote
Mm-hmm.
and give you all the love and praise in the world. You might start thinking, yeah, I am the shit.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh yeah,
better
I mean,
than
it would take
everyone.
5 people
Then
to
none
sing
of
a
these
song
people,
I
yeah,
wrote for me
Yeah.
to get a God complex.
yeah,
Yeah.
none of these people could ever do what I've done. And like the fact that like he did struggle forever and nobody took him seriously,
And he's
nobody,
still struggling.
yeah, exactly, like only makes your
It's
ego
really
stronger.
hard because
So it's an
I'm
interesting
definitely
character.
a Kanye. Yeah. Even
Interesting
to
character.
the like extremist, I'm definitely
Yeah.
a Kanye fan.
Yeah, and it's
Even
like
his like issues with
people are only human beings.
his kids and like he
Yeah,
doesn't
that's kinda weird.
understand and he doesn't get it and he can't like grasp the understanding as far as society goes. I'm still 100% Kanye fan.
Yep.
Which is fucked up because whenever they were like, Michael Jackson might have touched little boys, I'm like, might have? Fuck him. I hope he fucking burns in a fire. Piece of shit.
mean,
What a fucking shithead.
He definitely
I hope
he definitely
dies.
did something.
Yeah, he definitely did something.
I mean, he is dead, so that's good.
I mean, God works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
That's really fucked up. That's not cool.
No, I mean,
But honestly, he
it
does,
wasn't
so.
God. It was a quack doctor, and
Right.
that
That God
Michael's
worked
very
through to
interesting.
Kill a piece of shit.
Yeah, that is another
Whatever.
personality that's just like
Yeah.
the weirdest shit.
Yeah, and that's weird.
Like clearly, that is not
Kanye
supposed
West
to
is
happen
just
to
mentally
anyone.
ill, and he's amazing.
Yeah,
He's amazing, and two things can be true. He's amazing, and he's also mentally ill.
yeah, exactly.
Both things are true.
Right, and the mentally ill part is like such a side note.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I got kicked out of Little Caesars.
There you go.
Am I
There you
that much
go.
more crazy than Kanye?
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
he's not doing that bad, all things considered. It's not like he's in jail.
He didn't
It's-
hurt anybody. He didn't
doesn't-
threaten anybody.
He doesn't
Leave
go
him
to
alone.
jail. He doesn't get in trouble with like guns and
Leave my guy
drugs.
alone.
And, yeah, leave him alone. He just says some weird shit sometimes. Okay,
Yeah. Well, he's
it's all good, and everyone
Yeah.
sees everything he does.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, usually if you say
If somebody
weird
saw
thing to one
everything
person.
that I did,
yeah, everything you do
I would be in
and
the
say.
same situation.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I say a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah.
For sure.
Who doesn't?
Exactly. We're all Kanye if you think about
we're
it.
all- maybe that's why we're such fans.
Because
We're like,
mentally
yeah,
ill.
we while out, so what?
Both of us.
Yeah. Yeah. We
Sometimes
have more.
we do the same
Yeah,
thing too.
we have more compassion for the guy. Like,
Yeah.
leave him alone. He just said some weird stuff.
Leave
It's
my
fine.
guy alone.
He made College Dropout. Okay, leave him
Yeah,
alone.
yeah.
He made Graduation. Leave him alone.
College Dropout was the best album of all time.
You know what?
Of
Props, because I've always
all time. Of all time.
I've always thought I like that album most, and critics usually say that that's one of the not as good albums.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck what critics say.
No.
That is one of the best albums of all
Yeah,
time.
Graduation.
I literally have it on my Spotify to play like once a day.
I've probably heard that album at least 100 times.
Yeah.
Like I used to just play it all the way through
Top
back
notch.
when it came out
100%.
and play Nintendo 64.
There you go.
Like after I got home.
Okay.
Yeah. Obsessed with the album, basically.
Yeah.
I would freaking play that album and speed run Toy Story 2 on Nintendo.
Okay.
And by the time the album is over, I'd be done with the game.
Okay.
And then you go to bed. After
That's an interesting
Well, I mean,
group of plays. That's
did
alright,
it. I did
okay.
it for like a month or maybe 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a weird fucking kid. That's all I had the energy to
I
do.
think I was a little late as a Kanye fan. I think that I tapped in a
You
year or
weren't
two too
into
late.
Gold Digger?
Yeah, I was a little late. I was a little late.
Graduation came out in 07, 08?
06. Graduation was 06, and
06.
college dropout was 08, right?
No,
Or do I
College
have them
Dropout was before.
reversed?
College Dropout was before graduation.
I'm literally graduation was 2007,
You can't fact check me, okay?
and then college dropout was 2004.
Telling
They
you.
were 3 years
Yeah.
apart. Wow.
Yep. And 808 was 08. I think. I'm almost positive about that one.
Wow. I would never have guessed that college dropout was that late.
You mean that early?
Yeah, that early, I mean.
Oh, yeah. There's, okay, late
Wow.
registration, college dropout, graduation. And that's the first trilogy.
Yeah.
And the next one is 808. Freaking. Not Jesus. No, that
Life
was.
of Pablo is 2016.
There was 808, and then Watch the Throne, and then Jesus, and then Life of Pablo. Or no, Beautiful Dark Twisted
See this
Nightmare.
now.
If you listen to Kids See Ghost,
Jesus is 2013.
yeah, Watch the Throne.
Watch the Throne is
Okay.
2011.
I think Beautiful Twisted Dark Nightmare is pretty good. It's a little raw though. But yeah, his new album, I don't know what to think. There's a lot of shit I do like, but
City of Gods. He's such an interesting character. So did you watch the full documentary of him on Netflix?
I watched part 1 and part of part 2.
Okay.
Because I had thought, like you said, it's kind of like, when it's like autobiographies.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, there's truth here, truth there. But I was surprised at how
No,
much
you think you're
old,
cool.
yeah. But honestly, what's nice about it is, clearly the editing, it's
Right.
artificial. It's a depiction, it's a story. But most of it's not like interview based. It's all footage of like in real time events happening. So like the
I saw,
Yeah.
like the one piece that I saw was definitely first.
it's cool because it's very it's raw. It's not like, because I hate that documentary style where it's just like nothing but interviews. Like you want to see footage of like things happening.
Yeah.
This happens, and because this happens.
Yeah,
that happens,
and then you
because
want to
that
make up
happens,
your
this
own
happens.
mind about
Right.
yeah, what's going on.
Yeah. So it's not him like speaking to a camera and being like, in present day, being like, this was going on and this is going on. You just see like him
Yeah,
progressing.
You just see it happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's like a little bit of narration just for context. And the guy that did the documentary like had known him for like forever. And basically he was like getting, not ripped off, but he wasn't getting a chance to have his own album. And like
I saw
all the
some
other
of
rappers that he
footage
worked-
That was like really
Yeah.
hard to watch of people just being like cringed out by him. I'm like, that song is amazing, and they're just like scoffing
ignoring him,
at
yeah.
it.
Well, I mean, it was ahead of its
I guess
time.
that's
It was
the-
totally different.
Yeah, I guess
than,
that's the game.
yeah. But yeah, they would just be like, just make more fucking beats, dude.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here with this shit. So that's that. I mean, I just wanted to watch the first parts because I was like, that was a much more likable Kanye. I want to watch those years.
Yeah.
But it does, like, I don't know if it's intentional, but it does make you understand his ego
Yeah.
of just, like, being shit on forever. So,
Yeah,
like,
he's
when you
like, "I've
prove
got to
everyone
trust
wrong.
myself."
Yeah, exactly. When you had nobody but yourself and you prove everybody wrong and you become huge, like I was saying, it'd go to my head.
Yeah. I proved you
Yeah,
all
proved you
wrong
all wrong.
multiple
Yeah.
times. Yeah.
So
fuck
I'm gonna keep
everything
proving
you
you
guys
wrong.
have to
yeah,
say.
fuck from now on. Fuck everything you say. I'm better than you,
Yeah, for sure.
and was proven correct commercially and artistically. So,
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, that's awesome. Kanye fans unite.
yeah.
Don't be scared.
Go Kanye.
Don't be scared to let people
Even
know.
though you're slightly toxic to your ex-wife. It's okay though. We still love you.
Oh man, I think it's time to wrap this up.
Yeah.
I gotta freaking be at work at 7. Love it.
7's kind of early.
Yeah.